Good morning, y'all. My name is Daniel Molina, and I'm here with Alex Infinity.
What up?
And we're gonna interview our good friends that we've met recently, but are just awesome people, right?
Yeah.
Thera.Wrld, how y'all doing this morning?
Yo, what's good?
We're doing all right.
Yeah.
And could y'all just introduce yourselves for the people that are hearing you for the first time?
Yeah. My name is Angel. I also go by Fallen, and I am a music artist from San Fernando.
And I am Vanesa Melendez. I am a second offender to the show.
I was like, oh, what?
No, I am an actor, model, painter, photographer, and also co-founder of Thera.Wrld.
Together we're Thera.Wrld.
Together we're Thera.Wrld, yeah.
Thera.Wrld in the building. So,
Yeah.
why don't you tell us a little bit about, just for those that don't know, what is Thera.Wrld? What do y'all do? What do y'all represent? When did y'all start? Why'd you start it?
Yeah, of
Just
course.
a little bit. Break it down.
No, of course. We do want to share our message with the world. We are a social collective based in San Fernando and Burbank, made to uplift local artists and creatives who didn't necessarily have the opportunities given to them. And we focus on providing opportunities, creating a platform for people to really shine. So whether that's providing model opportunities in casting or offering our services. Angel is a really good music producer, really good musician, and I have experience in the entertainment industry. So we are focused on being community driven and also expanding to clothing, music production, music videos, and eventually films.
That's what's up. Cool.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Well, we recently collabed on an event, right, together.
Yes.
Well, on several different levels. When was it? September.
No, it was
August
30th.
30th.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because weeks go
Because it was your birthday.
It was my
Happy
birthday.
belated birthday. on
Thank
the air.
you.
It was nice celebrating you, Vanessa.
I appreciate that. I feel like me and Angel worked the entire event. So it was definitely the most intense pressure we've been put through, throughout navigating our social collective.
Yeah, it was a lot of having one thing and then losing it and having another. When you think you have everything set and then someone cancels or someone can't make it or something that you thought was going to work ends up being, it doesn't work. So then you got to regroup, go back, redo everything. Yeah, it was a headache, especially for two people to plan such a big event. It was crazy.
It was a lot. We spent months trying to put this event together. This was actually our debut event. We had 5 music artists performing. The goal was 6, and then somewhere along the line we ended up with 3, and we were like, okay, cool. 3 is enough. And then we ended up with 5.
Yeah.
We had 2 people pull up, and they really saved us, and they turned out to be the best sound for the event. We had Alex Infinity.
Yeah.
We had Alex Infinity pull up. Erica Storm as well. Y'all gave a
Erica
good,
did a little set.
a nice indie vibe, nice SZA vibe, and then we cut through my friend Augie, and Augie brought the whole poppy vibe as well. Pop. Shout out to my boy Augie. And then OCL came through, and OCL was a nice Don Toliver, Travis Scott vibe, and then we finish off with the best for last.
Fallen.
Not
the best. I just be doing my stuff. No, it was fire though. Towards the end, I was a little confused because we they kind of asked us to turn it down a bit.
Yeah.
But it was perfect because we finished everything we wanted to do. Everyone got their chance to shine, and people went home happy.
It was great. We had 100 RSVPs, and we were worried that 100 people weren't going to show up.
Yeah.
And we were wait, our event space is a house. It's quite literally someone's home.
Yeah.
And it was super sick.
Shout out to Sam.
Shout out to Sam who came through. It was a balcony situation, so performers were performing on the balcony. Voces Unidas, y'all
You guys went on.
came through. Yeah, Voces Unidas, shout out.
Down to bringing stuff for us too. It wasn't even just sound and stuff. Y'all provided waters. Y'all helped with everything.
Y'all were so kind. Literally, there would be no Thera.Wrld without community,
Yeah,
and so we
literally.
literally are blessed to have you guys in our lives for sure.
No, well, we appreciate it, and like, you know, shout out to Alex, because like I think it was the photo shoot that y'all did, the anti-ice photo shoot.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then
Yeah.
that kind of stemmed like the conversation about that event. I think if I'm remembering.
And that
correctly,
started
right?
because of the midnight hour, because they were having a meeting, and that's where we met.
Yeah,
And
that's
it
where we
was-
met.
It's like, but back to your event. No, that was it was dope. It was also a learning experience, I think, for us too. You know,
Yeah.
as far as the sound, we had never, at least since we started working together, like did a a stage or whatever, where it was like we had to. You get things so creatively. Usually it's like, okay, put one speaker there, boom, we're good. This one we're like, we have to put one here, and then we got to run the wire up to the balcony.
Yeah.
And we got to run the balcony up to the monitor, and then we got to
Super
it's not long
crazy.
enough, so we got to like, so what do you call it, a daisy chain
Daisy
XLR.
chain.
So it was cool too. It was fun for us to learn, and like I appreciate it too. We were kind of doing the mixing right there, trying our best, and like it was cool, man. Y'all did your thing. It was a great turnout, and that's always how events
Yeah.
go. You know, it's always
Yeah.
some last minute change. Someone doesn't show up or whatever, and like
Right.
it's throwing an event is maybe not as fun as people think. It's not just like you're just partying, hanging out.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta lock in.
Yeah, and it's funny because I have people in my life, like, you know, like family or like just people around me that know what we were planning, and whenever they would talk about it, they would regard like we're just throwing a party or we're just having fun, and they're like, oh yeah, your little like event that you're doing, and it's like, no, dude, we are planning something, and it's actually crazy. Like, I'm not having fun. Well, like, I'm having fun, but like I'm like,
There's
this
stress
is,
involved.
yeah, I'm like, this is business, bro. This is like a job, you know, and we're not even like balling like that yet, you know. So everything on a budget is just very DIY. But
Yeah,
It was
very deep.
nuts down to the vendors, dude. Like we were supposed to
Yeah.
have vendors, and the only vendors that pulled up were Chica's Braids,
Yeah.
and I was so
Yeah.
grateful. Like
Shout out
Yeah.
Chica's Race.
shout out to
Yeah.
Chica's Braids. They did their big one, and it was nice. It all came together. I don't know how, but I wouldn't have done it. Like I wouldn't have been able to do it without Angel by my side. Like
oh yeah,
literally, we wouldn't have been able to do it without each other. Like if I was freaking out, like he's like the rock. If he's freaking out, I'm the rock. Like we just like switch off like that, and that's our dynamic.
gotta be
Yeah.
the rock.
Awesome.
It's great to hear that, like, it kind of brought you closer together. It sounds like, you know.
Mhm.
Right? I hope
Yeah.
you're confident to do the next one, you know.
Oh,
'Cause, like,
so
Yeah.
we were like we had done the album release for Alex the day before, so it was
Yeah.
kind of like a lot for us too. We did like back-to-back events.
Right.
yeah, y'all are crazy for that. That was crazy. That
We
was so cool.
we
to see,
paid
though.
attention to that, and we were like, wow, like, and we were there. we
Yeah,
were
yeah,
there.
We were there. We were
Yeah,
Yeah.
spent my birthday with y'all.
We
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
No.
Ah, that's right.
appreciate
That's
it,
why
yeah.
she happy birthday.
That was so
That
sweet.
was so cool.
That was so sweet. Like the time the clock turned 12, and we're like,
Those
23.
mañanitas and everything.
The mañanitas, yeah.
What was great about this birthday that maybe you haven't experienced in past birthdays?
It's super interesting because I don't necessarily have positive experiences with my birthday, and I think that goes with like a lot of people. Sometimes like they have like negative experiences surrounding their birthday, whether it's something happening around that time. But this time I feel like because I was able to shift my birthday to like help the community and like uplift other people in that way, I feel like I was really able to experience it the way that I wanted to, if that makes sense. Like I felt like my birthday wasn't just like my birthday, it was like a birth of something, and a birth of a different chapter of my life where now I'm tackling bigger things, and with it I'm like also surrounded and supported by community, and in turn like same vice versa, like I'm also supporting my community. So it felt like the most connected I've ever felt, and the most fulfilling to me is just like having people that I can help, and also like that reciprocity of like the dynamic between me and the community. It's great, and I definitely felt the difference. It meant something.
That's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I want to ask y'all, you know, obviously we know a little bit about it just from knowing you guys, talking to you guys, but for those that don't know, like, tell us a little bit more about Thera. Like, how did you guys start? Like, how did you two meet, you know, and like, at what point was it like, yo, let's do this thing together? Like, you guys were already doing your own things, and you just like, we're like, hey, let's put our minds together.
Well,
was
funny
that like?
enough, we met at Planet Fitness.
At Planet Fitness.
Yeah, you
We
tell
were-
it. You
yeah,
tell it.
We were working. They actually got hired before I did, but I think I started before you, or we just never had shifts together.
We never
so
had shifts. Yeah.
we would never see each other. And then a couple times that we did work together, we found out, you know, they found out I make music. I found out they're an actor, an artist, and we just kept talking about so much, everything from down to like the people that inspire us, to the things that we want to do, and kind of like the troubled past we had with our career, where we both have worked with like so many people that just fall short every time, and we were just tired of being let down by so many people that promised things that just weren't gonna happen, and in turn we were like, you know what, we can make something happen. And then Vanessa brought the idea of Thera to me, and once I heard everything that, you know, everything down to like the panther being our symbol, I was on board. I'm like, let's do it, you know, whatever we got to do. And then I had to get kind of brought out of my shell because I was terrified of being behind camera. Even doing something like this, I was scared. I was like, I just, in the studio, that's my thing. You know, behind the mic recording a song is where I thrive. I'm like, speaking, I'm probably not the best or on film, but they told me, they showed me my potential, and
he's good.
It's crazy. I feel so much better about doing things, and I feel like I have more aspirations now than I did before, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It was nuts. Like Thera has been like on my mind for like the past 2 years. And it was originally gonna be just like a clothing brand. A clothing brand that was meant to connect people either way. So that connection, the idea of connection, was always going to exist with Thera. The story behind the name is like Thera is the name of Panthera, like the scientific name for like a panther. Panthera cut in half. And then .World. And the world is specifically there because we want to go worldwide. Shout out to Pitbull. And yeah, Mr. Worldwide. And but also connect people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, whether you're rich, you're poor, you're middle class. When you're wearing Thera, you believe in the same like ideas and believe in like putting each other up. And that's what's important to us, and that's what's been the heart and soul of Thera, is just that connection with people. And like no matter what, like if you have a Thera shirt, like, oh, you like Thera, like I like Thera, like we're a part of like the same thing no matter what. And I feel like especially now with everything being divided, whether that's politically or just like on a minuscule level, we want to get rid of division and bring community together. So yeah, like eventually it evolved when I met Angel. And I was like, yo, like, I have this idea for this thing. And he was like, dude, like, I love that idea. And immediately when I told him, like, it was like through text, he was like, I'm on board. Let's do it. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even finish reading the whole text.
He didn't read.
I read the first half and I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was perfect. And the Black Panther, which is our like logo, Black Panther has a lot of historical like weight to it. Of rebellion and being against like authority, the worst kind of authority. And the Black Panther, if you didn't know, is actually based in Latin America. Like the panther, there's panthers in Latin America, jaguars, which is a big part of our culture, like Aztec Mayan culture, and we're Hispanic. So we definitely want to show that off in like our photo shoots, represent that where we can in like different events, and just lean into that a little bit more. Be proud of where we're coming from.
Yeah. Especially now where it feels like being, you know, having our ethnicity or being our people, you know, you're a target for bad things now. We kind of want to break that. Be like, you know what? It's beautiful. Our culture is beautiful. Embrace who you are, you know. And
share it with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And speaking of sharing, you brought some songs for us to play today, right?
Yeah, actually, I brought two tracks from my album, Solaris, either pronunciation. And then one is unreleased, but I'm dropping tomorrow. It's the first single of my next project, Neon Decay. It's called Lover. It's a very synth poppy with a little sax solo.
Well, I think we should save the one that's dropping tomorrow for last.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
So let's go with I'm gonna ask Vanessa. You choose Solaris or For Life.
Ooh, I really like Solaris.
All right.
I really like Solaris.
So we're gonna pull up Solaris real quick, and then we're gonna listen to that. We're gonna get quick thoughts, and then we're We're gonna come back after a quick break with another co-host, trying out something different today.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
shout out to Alex.
A nice little switcheroo.
Shout out to
Fun.
Alex.
Oh, yeah,
gonna
thanks
miss
for
you.
having me.
I'm
Thanks
gonna
for
miss
having
you.
me. I'll miss y'all too. I'll be outside.
Yeah.
In the Public Salud Studios.
Yep.
Yeah, we love y'all. We love y'all. So we're gonna get started here with Solaris. Let's pause this. Yeah, you go. All right, we'll be back. Hey y'all. So you were listening to Solaris by Fallen.
Yeah.
Now, what were you? How were you feeling when you made that song?
In love, bro.
In love.
I had just started talking to my lady, and yeah, it was just because her and I we met in middle school, but because I was in such a long relationship, we never actually got together. But I always kind of had. That doesn't paint me in the best picture, but I always had feelings for her. And then we met again in 2023, and yeah, everything just clicked. It was like we hadn't been apart.
Mm-hmm.
And we started talking again, and then I just felt so inspired because I was in a very dark place, like a 7-year relationship had ended, and I was just writing the saddest songs or like the most toxic music too. But then she kind of brought this light of inspiration into me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Solaris it's this movie. It's like a sci-fi movie. It's like a planet or something like that. I need to rewatch, but that was the title of the beat when I found it. So I was like, I'm gonna keep that. I like how that sounds.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started writing so many songs like about her, and this one's very very much like I was too caught up in my head, and I felt like you can go through so much, but there's only one person that kind of pulls you out of that. So like if I was to kind of like lose it and be gone, she's the only person I would want with me. So that's why that line, I can't get to heaven alone. I'm like, if I were to leave this earth, I think I would only be cool with leaving if like I know that you're gonna be in the afterlife with me. Yeah,
That's beautiful.
the premise.
That's deep. Wait, give me a second.
Yeah.
I didn't give a proper introduction to the next co-host.
Yeah.
Comadre Maria.
She's like,
I'm just observing.
Hi,
I'm
Maria.
listening in.
What do you think about the song?
Oh,
I
it's
don't know if
great.
you've heard it
Yeah,
out there.
it's something I feel like I can listen to while I'm working. I
Yeah.
work from home, so I'm at the computer.
Yeah.
I like to have music or mostly TVs. I'm more of a TV person,
Yeah.
but it's very I want to say. I don't want to say moody in the in the bad way.
I know what you
it's
mean
like
by-
it's
yeah.
tapping into that mood
Yeah.
that it's calm,
Mhm.
but it's also very emotional.
Fashion
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, I've got it like H&M,
That's a good
Target
one.
music, like
Yeah.
but like in a good way,
Okay. Okay,
Like,
I can definitely see myself at like the mall and like I'm trying on clothes
Yeah.
and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm having dinner with my friends. Can I
Yeah.
see myself wearing this?
And it's
this
funny 'cause
music?
a lot of people say that as an insult. They'll be like, "Oh, this is H&M music," like under TikToks. But people have said it to me as a compliment. They're like, "Yo, this is like universal." That's the way I take it. I'm like, I could hear this anywhere, and I'm like, "Thank you." that's
I feel
really
like that
cool,
could even be like the new elevator music.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it's stuff that you would just hear playing and be like, "This is cool," or like
Yeah.
just pop your head to,
It's nice and chill. Like
Yeah.
I can totally imagine myself like trying on clothes, like you said, like and just like hearing that in the background and like feeling myself a little bit.
Or
Super
even
cool.
when you're like having dinner or drinks with friends and they have
Yeah.
like the music to kind of set the vibe in the restaurant or the lounge that you're at. I feel like this is the kind of music where you can just kind of, and I don't want to use the word vibe because that can mean so many different ways, but this is it's such a like, it feels like an intimate like melody and an intimate beat.
Right.
And it's like they're sort of talking to you. You're listening in. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, that's my favorite contrast to have. Like where the sonic part of it, where it's just you listening, it's like, whoa, this is a banger, this is a bob. But when you actually sit down and like sit with the lyrics, it's like, whoa, this is actually like I feel this. And
There's
that's the
layers
contrast I
to
like.
it. You know,
Yeah.
like there's that like superficial layer where you can kind of listen in passively, just as setting the mood.
Yeah.
But then there's the other layer where there's the lyrics that actually say something.
Yeah.
It's and there's a lot of music that now that is lacking the meaning behind the lyrics.
Just very corporate pop sounding.
Absolutely. There's a certain ferocity that I imagine when I listen to Solaris. It's like eye contact. Like I imagine myself at a house party and then I fall in love. Like I'm like making eye contact with somebody and you fall in love and everything else drowns out. And I've had that happen to me before with one person, but it's like I get to relive it again, like through that song. It's like everything just kind of goes away and you're just like, yeah.
I feel that.
That's awesome. See, when you first heard the song, what did you think about it? Like, I mean, I don't know if you can remember it because I'm sure like they showed you a lot of music, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I did first listen to it, it brought me back to like
To that moment.
to that moment where like I you know, I've never had that with anybody. Like, and it brought me back to like that moment where like I did have that experience where like I just lock eyes with somebody and everything else just like drowns out, like it just goes away.
Yeah.
And it's like such a beautiful thing because I never like. You always see that in movies, you know what I mean? Like it's very few times in your life where you experience that, and it's such a like beautiful thing. And when I listen to that song, I'm like back to that, like every single like eye contact like I would make with that person, and everything just like goes away. So
Eye contact, intensity.
See,
ferocity.
layers.
I'm actually glad that they felt that because when my girl and I first started talking, that's all it was. Like we talk and it'd be like lingering eye contact, and we both be like, "Whoa, what's going on?"
I'm gonna interrupt the conversation real quick. I'm sorry, but top of the hour, we just want to remind you you're listening to Voces Unidas on Thera.Wrld 101.5 FM. I'm Daniel Molina. I'm here with Maria, and we're here interviewing Thera.Wrld, Vanessa Melendez and Angel.
Yes.
Well, actually, Fallen.
Fallen.
You know, sometimes I do that. I don't know if like you want to be here as the business side or the music side. You know what I mean? So I should have asked that before.
It's not like wrestling where I'm the Undertaker and I can't go by Mark. Like
right.
You know, like my name's Angel. I'm not hiding it. I've been told it's a cool name, so I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, I'm Angel.
Yeah.
Musically, I'm Fallen, but we're here as Thera. I'm Angel and
duality. We're all
know me.
about duality.
Yeah,
Duality.
black and white, yin and yang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. And how do you all balance out each other, working with each other?
We're kind of like we're twins in a way where our brain, like, I don't know, it perfectly balances to where if one of us is kind of having an off day or tripping, the other one's gonna be like at 100. So we're able to pick each other up. And if we're ever both down, we'll kind of like we'll talk. We'll look at each other and be like, "Wait, we're still here."
Yeah.
Like knowing they're still here or them knowing I'm still here, it gives us a push because we're like, well, if they haven't given up on me, then I can't give up on me. It's
super interesting because I've dealt with a lot of loneliness recently. And I think that when you shift your energy to just your career and just pursuing your dreams and your ambitions, like naturally you're going to lose contact with some people who like didn't really have that goal to begin with. And the right people stay, the wrong people end up leaving. But with him, it's like, I know that as long as I have him by my side, like I'm able to do like whatever. And I think especially with planning Thera.Wrld, like we really put that to the test of like, there was moments where like I would wake up, dude. And I've struggled with depression my entire life. Like it's not a secret and I've been really good at managing it, but there's a certain amount of pressure that comes with having everything fall on you responsibility wise when it's not just your family but career also, and planning a big event where like now you have to look at safety, now you have to look at this and that. So there was a lot of logistical things that added to the pressure of just being responsible for everything. And whenever I would look at Angel and I would like literally I'd be like crying texting him, bro. I'd be like, dude, like this is like a lot, like I don't know what to do. And he would be like that rock. And so again, like we're definitely, I guess, like a yin and yang of sorts, but twins also. Like he said, like we, like I swear to God, I feel like we share the same brain sometimes.
Yeah.
And like when I have an idea, he's like, yo, I was thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Or he has an idea and I'm like, dude, like, how did you read my mind? Like,
yeah. Or we'll start there and then it just stacks on, add on each
yeah,
person.
down to the music taste. Like we have very similar
Yeah.
music tastes, very similar visions and like creativity. And I feel like when I talk to him, I can see all the colors. Like like nothing is like monotone. Like I can see all the colors now, and I can see like where we can take our careers and our theoretical child, which is Thera.Wrld, to the next level. And I am so grateful. Like no amount of money could buy that ever.
Yeah. I think it's also the knowing like that we got different things going on in our own life, but when we come together, it's, you know, it's us. 'Cause, you know, I'm a new dad. I got like all these responsibilities now. You know, I got a son and all this stuff going on, and then their career is crazy. Like you got all these roles and stuff, like all this stuff coming up, and it's like we're doing completely different things, but also we're kind of on the same lane though. Yeah, so it's perfect like that. Carpooling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We just went to Teen Vogue yesterday too, so that was
Oh yeah, y'all had mentioned
that was cool.
that.
Yeah.
Vogue.
Teen Vogue.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like live under a rock type of person. Can you
Yeah.
explain to me what like Teen Vogue is?
Yeah.
He's a dad,
He's
so
a-
when guys become dads, they lose.
Oh yeah, is that what's
Yeah.
gonna happen
There we
again?
There you go.
I only knew because of Vanessa. Honestly,
See?
I was
There you
also
go.
like, what's Teen Vogue?
Exactly.
That's
I know
crazy.
Vogue, but what's Teen Vogue? I thought I was going to some Teen
I mean,
Choice
K-
Awards, and I was
Teen-
like, oh, there's gonna be
KSS
kids there.
No, it was not. He enjoyed it very
Yeah.
much. Teen Vogue. So you obviously know Vogue magazine. Teen Vogue is also a subsection of the Vogue magazine, but it is geared towards the younger generation of models, actors, creatives. So essentially kind of in the same realm of what we want to eventually be. You can look up like Teen Vogue interviews and it's like Debbie Ryan, Selena Gomez, like Timothy Chalamet has gone the past couple years. Alex Hansani, she's like a trans model who's like she's amazing. Like she's absolutely, like she eats. Like you look up Alex Hansani and she's like 21. She's 21, I think. But she's like killing it in the game. So basically it is based on like amplifying the youth, the younger generation of like new trendsetters and artists and stuff. And we got the opportunity to go, which was super cool. And yeah, he thought it was gonna be some Teen Choice Awards or something. He didn't tell me that. This is the first time I'm like,
I was like, am I gonna be the only adult there, bro?
No.
I feel weird. I was like,
it was super cool. We got a photo shoot as well.
It was so cool.
The photo shoot was super sick and has like the Vogue watermark and it looks so
Yeah.
sick.
That's awesome.
And then we saw cool people too. We saw Cat's Eye. We saw
Wisdom K.
yeah, Raven Simone. I felt like a kid again because I grew up on That's So Raven. I was like, yo, this is sick. Also Allison Stoner from Camp Rock. The DJ girl. Oh,
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was so cool.
So funny. Then we had opportunities to like meet with brands like Clinique, the skincare. They were there and they like scanned our face and like they checked out like what skin type we are and then they give us a whole like curated set of like skincare.
Even
that.
in that, we were the same.
And we were even in that we had like the same like skin
What
issue.
what's your combination?
It was dry and oily. I don't
Dr-
know. We had both.
It was like dry and dehydrated. I'm like, brother, that's crazy.
It's like
Have you seen the weather outside? Like,
yeah,
is it my
it's-
fault?
it's
No.
not me. It's not me.
No, it was cool. And they gave us lipstick. And he was like, I don't know if they gave me lipstick. And he checks and he's like, yeah, they did. They saw his lips. They were like, oh, yeah.
Dude, and then
His lipstick.
was it you? Someone was like, "Oh yeah, for your girl," and I was like, "What if I want to wear the lipstick?" I was like, "Yo, wait,
I don't know.
What
But-
shade is it though? Is it the black honey? Because everyone can wear the black
It was-
honey.
Black honey.
It was like a dark red.
It was a deep red.
Oh no.
It was a Figueroa Street red.
Oh,
My last name too,
I don't-
Figueroa.
That's
The
that's
Mike's
for
red?
that's a special occasion.
Right? I was like, I don't know. I gotta go to like a fancy dinner. Or something.
Oh no, Lord have mercy. It was so cool. And then OPI Nail Cosmetics was there as well. And then we did a nail personality quiz. Didn't know what to expect from that. And then we made it to the nail bar. And then they were like, oh, like you're like a maximalist or like you're like a minimalist or whatever. And they gave us a bunch of nail polish to try on. And he painted my nail with like a silver
Just one.
blue. Yeah, just one. Because we wanted to hit the other event stuff
Yeah,
that they had
they
too.
had tarot readings.
They had tarot readings. They had.
Did you get your cards read?
I did.
They did.
Are you not a believer?
I'm very
He's cautious.
Okay.
God centered, and I feel
Okay.
like I keep it to myself. Like
It's not your cup of tea.
prayer is my thing. I'm not-
Right, he's
Yeah.
very yeah.
But yeah, it was a crazy experience for sure. Very brand new to everything.
We got like disposable cameras.
Yeah, from eBay.
Yeah,
We
from
gotta
eBay.
join next time. This sounds fun.
Yeah, we all gotta go as a
Oh,
group, for
super
sure.
cool, super cool. We even got our photos printed.
Yeah,
They like printed
Yeah,
out our
physicals.
photos. Yeah.
I'll autograph it.
Yeah.
No, but
Frame it and then you can auction it.
right.
I know.
Maria, do you have any Vogue magazines at your house?
No. No.
I don't know if it's like I don't know if Vogue is
No,
like
but
a
it
fashion
it
magazine.
is-
Oh no, it's a girl.
I'm
really?
out of the loop.
It's a big fashion. It is the cover of Vogue. Come on, you never heard music, and
I
it's
know-
I
The
want you.
September issue
I want a
of
girl who's
Vogue
a cover.
is the most, like the September issue of Vogue is supposed to be like the most important issue of the whole
Really?
year. Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
That's why Team Vogue Summit was September.
Yeah. Because
Oh,
it's all about the cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I
It's
kind of
what's gonna
got
be in the cover.
introduced to Vogue. Well, Vogue is like dancing as well, right? Like
Voguing.
Voguing?
Yes.
Voguing, right?
Voguing.
I got Maria taught me
I
some
did,
of that.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
Maria's kind of like the
You learned how to Vogue?
professor. No,
Is it-
but they were trying
is
to
it-
encourage me to go like.
I've
get
I've
trained.
encouraged him to do a couple of things, but he don't
Yeah.
listen to
A
me.
couple of
so I
things.
mean,
Hey.
yeah, it's been a few things I've kind of.
If I do them, will you do them?
Okay.
go
We'll
do 'em.
video record it and
Let's
then
do
we'll
'em,
go
yeah.
viral.
Okay.
I've been going viral on TikTok. I've been going viral on TikTok. Like the last video that went viral was like 10 point something million views.
What was it? What were you
Was it
doing?
Buchona Kim?
No, it wasn't Buchona Kim. That one went also viral. This viral video, it was like sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just say the most like random stuff. Like I just wake up and then those are the videos that go viral, and it's so funny because I look like I just got beat up by a bear, and like I just woke up, my hair's like all over the place. But I was talking about how Build-A-Bear was doing a special sale on September 9th. It was like each bear was like $9, but like you buy two, it's like two for 25. Yeah, and that got 10 million views.
That's why I know.
Oh yeah, I did the video and 10 million views, dude, and it got on everyone's For You page, and I'm like, dude, like, is that you? And I was
People
like,
were
yeah. It's
reposting
like-
too.
people were reposting
Yeah.
on Instagram like crazy.
What were you saying
a-
about the
Just
about the
announcing
special?
it.
Just announcing
Oh, you
it.
were just giving
Yeah.
them free promo, and
Yeah.
you didn't get a Build-A-Bear
I
out of
didn't
this?
get a Build-A-Bear out of it, but it's fine.
We
It's
should
fine.
press
I
them.
don't
We
even
gotta
Let's
run
press
that
them.
back.
I don't even care.
Right. Petition now.
Yeah,
Press
and
it,
then the Buchona Kim one, like I woke up. This was 9 a.m. I wake up, and I see an edit of Kim Kardashian, but she's like edited, and she looks like a Latina baddie. Like she looks like a Latina baddie getting out of like the Mamalona truck, like the big trucks, and she's like concerned. And then they edit her to like banda, like. And I'm like, huh? And then the caption was like, oh, I miss when Kim was Mexican. And I'm like, huh? and I go on my own research, dude. And it's like a whole thing. Like Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian, like Paris Hilton was dating like a narcotraficante at the time. And I was like, where was I? I guess I was like 7 years old, huh?
Yeah, I don't think we were old enough to
Yeah.
even know what the terms were
But she was.
or what any of this was.
Did
Yeah.
you know this happened?
Paris did have a tumultuous time in her early 20s. I do remember that because we're
Yeah.
contemporaries, like we're about the same age. So as she's going through
Yeah.
some of these, she actually is a really interesting person.
Really.
She's so deep. I mean,
Yeah.
her whole persona is made up, and she's actually a very smart woman. But in her 20s, she did have a lot of issues with like partners, like
Right.
and intimate violence. She was dating one of the Backstreet Boys, and he was allegedly like abusing her.
beat
Yeah,
her,
so she
yeah.
did have. I mean, I can totally believe that she was probably in a weird relationship with
Yeah.
someone that she shouldn't have been, because like a lot of us in our 20s, we do some weird things.
I don't know. I'm pretty responsible. I'm
Well,
a
you're
good
the
kid.
exception.
I'm a good kid.
I feel like it's kind of the early, because this was early 2000s, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
I feel like back then things were crazy. Like I look at so many early MTV like award shows and stuff like that, and I just
Yeah.
see like the stuff they would say or the way people would get made fun of, and I'm like, dang, like y'all were ruthless.
So unhinged.
It was so bad. I was
Look up Howard Stern MTV.
oh,
Do you
I
know
know
what I'm
that
talking
man.
about?
I know that man.
He's
do
you know
not.
but to your point, you know,
Yeah.
they used to do some wild out there things,
Yeah.
and I remember watching some of these things on live TV, and I remember thinking, am I even supposed to be watching this, because
Right.
this feels a little inappropriate.
yeah.
But yeah, no, you're right. And back then, there was no access to like internet, so you would find things out like in the
MTV.
weird, yeah,
Word of mouth.
MTV was a big one, yeah.
magazines, word of
Wow.
mouth, friends, yeah. But now it's such a whole different playing field, because if you mess up today,
It's everywhere.
within minutes, people are
Everywhere.
talking about it.
Oh man, we've seen that for the past week. It's been crazy for a lot of different people.
Yeah, absolutely.
scary
And
time.
A
it's-
lot of different people.
a lot of it's getting to the point where it's a little bit scary too, and
Yeah.
you know, as
Yeah.
as creatives and as artists, the political climate, does that influence you to make art, to speak out about it, or does
I-
it sort of make you reconsider your message? Because I feel like right now, free speech, and this is what's great about, you know, KROJ, is that we have community radio, so
Yeah.
we can speak to people that are living in their community.
Yeah.
How are you, as community members and as creatives, how are y'all being affected by all of this?
Well, in June, I was working at a school, and we went on summer break for 2 weeks, because it was like an independent study school, so we only get like a 2-week summer break. I was planning to spend those 2 weeks just going out with my family, you know, taking my son out. We were gonna go to like La Placita, Science Center, all this stuff. Literally, that Monday I think it was a Monday. It's when all the ice race started in LA, and like it was really, really crazy and scary. And I didn't even want my parents going to work. I was like, you know, everyone just stay home. And I was honestly so angry and hurt, and I was like, you know what? I don't think anyone was protesting yet. People were just posting about how, you know, horrible it is. So I was like, I'm gonna use, you know, I'm an artist. I have something to say. Let me, you know, literally in one day, I wrote, I think 6 or 7 songs, recorded them, mixed them, whatever. The next day I dropped a whole project. I titled it America, but like with the 3 Ks, because, you know, feels like we're living in that. Released it, and very, very controversial cover. But yeah, most of them were just me saying like calling out the hypocrisy of like what the government does, what they say is wrong, and then what they actually do. Very angry, you know, like it wasn't the message I wanted to put out, but it was a very much like, you know what, let's stand up, let's fight back. Why are we letting them do this? Yeah, and then like I took it down recently, actually, because I wanted to use the beats again, but like in a better way. And also because I feel like I wasn't necessarily promoting violence, but I was using, you know, words that were hateful in return towards these people that were attacking my people, because I was angry, you know.
You're very defensive.
It's
Yeah,
reactionary.
very-
I
yeah,
mean, you felt
very-
like the fire, like
Yeah, and I felt like I'm
Right.
getting hit, so you know what? I'm gonna start throwing punches too. But then I was like, you know what?
that's not how you solve.
No, I wanted to love, you know. I wanted let's fight hate with love, and now I'm like, if I put out a song and I speak on what's going on, I can do a couple things, because I'm a huge Eminem fan, and I like a big inspiration for me was Eminem. So saying out of pocket things sometimes just comes to me like when I'm rapping, but I'm like, I want songs that are easily accessible worldwide, you know. You put out a song where the whole verse is filled with cuss words or like words of like, you know,
It's
anger.
too specific.
Yeah, it's too, only a certain demographic
Yeah.
is gonna like it. I want to make something that's gonna reach, you know, like we said, play it in H&M, play it, you know, in
Right.
the mall. So it's like, once I figure that out, I will put that out. But yeah,
So on that topic of your art and like putting out art that's intentional,
yeah,
we're gonna transition into like the next part of the show.
Yes.
So we do have a song for life. Hold
Yeah.
on. So what,
Okay.
what approach did you have with this song to your listener?
So here I am at 8 years old, right? My mom shows me a video, like a whole concert of Michael Jackson. And that became the moment I fell in love with music, right? I knew I wanted to do it. I was a little boy just dancing in the living room. People call me Little Michael. So
Little
funny.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then once I started making music, I started rapping, but I always wanted to make very pop sounding music. And when I found this instrumental, I was like, whoa, this is very 90s coded, very New Jack Swing, like very pop. And like I said, I was writing for Solaris, like the whole project. And almost the whole project is just about me being in love with my girl. And yeah, this song is about just wanting to be with one person for your whole life and just wondering if they're ready for it, because the world is scary, but you want to be with them.
I love that. Well,
It's very deep.
we'll come back and you can answer the question that was asked as well, Vanessa.
Yes.
But we're gonna come back with another co-host, Diosi,
Ooh,
the actual host,
okay.
founder of Voces
I'm
Unidas.
gonna be closing
But-
out the show with the founder.
I feel like
Yeah.
I miss everyone who leaves. I feel like that's my attachment issue,
Yeah.
huh? That's
We
my
gotta get more
attachment
chairs
issues
in
coming
here.
out like, no,
Yeah.
don't go.
We need more chairs, more mics.
Yeah.
There's a forbidden mic over there.
Group
Oh,
sesh.
yeah.
Forbidden mic.
Yeah,
We'll
forbidden.
tell you about that.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Off the mic.
Off the air.
Well,
Okay.
we're gonna play For Life here by Fallen. Thank you so much again, Maria.
Yes,
and
of
Thera.
course.
We'll be
Happy
right
to
back.
here.
We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. We're back with Voces Unidas on Thera.Wrld J101.5 FM. I'm Daniel Molina, and I have here with me the founder, the host, Diosi Reyes. How are you
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm doing good. I was enjoying the show from the other room. I was eating my breakfast and I was just like, damn, this is a great like Sunday. I love this. I'm having such a great time. Usually I'm in this seat for 2 hours and, you know, with breaks in between, but this is really nice. I feel like we got to hear a little bit from everyone and getting to hear from you guys and learning a little bit about you guys through like the different conversations with the different hosts. I really like that. I enjoyed it.
I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
What do you do today in the AM, early in the morning?
I was in ceremony and then I went home and showered.
We did it temescal, y'all.
Yes.
So good energy today.
yeah.
And Thera.Wrld, thank you for sharing that.
We-
with us.
No, thank you.
Fresh out of the inipi and you know, we're just it's a good time though. I'm feeling really good. It's really great energy with you guys. I enjoyed the music.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This song is
For
great.
Life? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It's very upbeat, you know, like I could see this song being like something I play in the morning, you know, when I'm trying to get ready for my day.
Yeah.
Feels positive, feels bubbly, you know, which is something like I really gravitate towards. Which I'm very intentional with music too. So it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I could definitely see this in my playlist. But your music is already on my playlist too. So yeah, your music is great.
I got him
enjoy it.
cheesing. He's like getting ready. He's like, "Yee."
I'm like, dang, I guess I won't quit.
You were in love when you made this song.
I'm still in love,
You're
but
still
yes.
in love. I love it.
No, yeah, I think I manifested, like this is gonna be the mother of my child. She is.
Aw.
Shout out to the fam.
Yeah. No, making the song, I had some of the verses written over this other beat. It was like a very 80s beat. So regardless, I was gonna take it back in time, But yeah, she just inspired me so much to finish the song, and I'm like, you know what, because I've written love songs before, but I think it's a different feeling when you're writing something while you're feeling it, and then when you're writing something because of how it feels. That's why now when I write sad songs, if I'm not actually like sad about something or heartbroken, like I can convey that feeling because making music's kind of like voice acting.
Yeah.
But I just feel like my lyrics shine when it's like something I'm currently feeling, or I have a friend that's going through something and like I channel what they're feeling.
I love that because I feel like some of the best music comes from channeling like other emotions,
Yeah.
other people's emotions or like stories. Like, yeah, I love that.
I think another reason why we get along so well is that we both like are very sensitive to energy
Yeah.
and super receptive of other people, like
Yeah.
in general. Like it's funny because we get into conversations all the time. He's a godly man. He is a very biblical figure, and I'm very spiritual. So it's like I'm very connected to the earth in turn. Like I don't know what's out there, but I know it's out there, and we've had so many conversations on how we both just kind of have that ability to absorb energy and like clock it immediately.
Yeah.
I do it through my paintings. I do it through my acting, and
Yeah.
that's like I'm a storyteller and he's a storyteller,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the beauty of like our dynamic as well. Like
Yeah,
super, yeah.
it's very. Yeah.
I feel like as well, DOC is my partner, y'all. I love you, DOC. But like seeing DOC do poetry is always like really in the moment, current event type of thing. So like, I mean, I think we could relate it to both types of art. But like a question for both of you, like, do you ever like make your art like, does it resemble the current, like what you're feeling when you're doing it? Like, is that what's on your mind all the time, or do you try to carry on like the emotion that you had when you first planned the project, so to speak, you know?
That's a super interesting question, because I feel like we've also had that conversation as well
Yeah.
with his music and my art. Should I answer this a little bit?
Go for it. I mean,
Okay.
especially because I know the way you explained the painting you made last time. I was like blown away because I do music the same way that they do their paintings. So
It's
you explained it better.
yeah, we've had this specific conversation, which is super interesting that you bring it up. He asked me, like, we were in the car, we were driving around, and he was like, so when you create your paintings, like, is it, like, how do you feel? Like, what even happens through your mind? And it's super interesting because a lot of my paintings are very symbolic, super symbolic, and I don't realize that they are until they're done, or until I already have, like, paint on my fingers, already have the figures. Like, there's a painting that I'm working on now, and I've been posting it for a little bit. It's a panther head with fruits on its head and then meat on the bottom, but then the environment is like swirly. There's like things going on. When I was creating the painting, I didn't realize that my soul was using my fingers to paint it. I didn't know. But then when you step back and I'm like taking it in, and I'm like, dude, like this is like depicting where I'm at in life. This is where my soul is. This is where my mind is. So the panther head is obviously representing us. The fruits, abundance, the meat, stability, and connection to soul, flesh. And then the things going on around is like having that abundance in the mind and in your soul, hence the meat on the bottom, the soul, the stability. While having all the swirls going around, no matter what the aura is, we still have that in the mind. And I didn't even realize that is what it was until it's like completely painted. And that's like a lot of my paintings are like super symbolic of like my inner turmoil that I have, but I don't realize it until it's done. And he was like, that is literally how I do music.
Yeah, I'll write lyrics, and you know when you listen to rap, you kind of listen for bars, you know, like for wordplay, stuff like that. And I can't freestyle like off the top. Like if you played a beat right now, I'd probably try to think back to something I wrote, because like freestyling off the top like Juice WRLD, like I can't. But if I'm punching in though, I'll record a line, say something, pause, record the next line, say something. Or if I'm writing, I'll be writing and like I know what I'm writing about. Like, okay, this song's gonna be about something I went through. I'm writing it, but then once I get to the end, I'm like rereading the verse. I'll switch it up if something sounds off, but then like I reread the verse and I'm like, yo, that's funny because I said something like this line connects to like the first line connects to the fourth line, but then at the very end I kind of wrapped up the verse and it like references the first line. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like I don't even think about it until I do it. Except for choruses. Choruses I am very like
selective.
because it's got to be catchy. But that's why I'm a fan of. I know it's like not the mainstream appeal, but I'm a fan of making songs where it's just one long verse or verses, but then just instrumental and then a verse. Because choruses are like they're hard, but they can be either really corny or really catchy. So it's hard.
It's crazy. Like we just let our spirit run, and like I've always said, like the difference between talent and hard work is that, like, hard work is like using your talent as well, and allowing your spirit to run and acting on it, and then talent is just like your spirit. You know what I mean? Like talent, if I can sing, I can sing, but if I don't do anything with that, then I'm not really working hard. So definitely like our dynamic is like letting our spirit run and putting it to good use and connecting to the masses. Yeah.
Wow, that's so deep. Not to be corny.
Very deep.
But no, I mean, I really like that because like Daniel said, I write a lot. For me, my writing is a lot. It's more in the moment. When I am like in like anxiety, panic attack type of situation where I just can't seem to process what I'm feeling, that's when I put pen to paper, you know, and it just comes out, it flows out. And then I go back and I read it and I make edits and stuff, but for the most part, that's kind of how it works for me. And then I had an experience recently where a friend of ours had a song that they had composed some lyrics to, but it was mainly just a beat. And it was my first time kind of like being like, oh, I can write something to this.
I remember that.
And so, y'all were there.
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
were
God.
there, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
We
you
didn't
went
miss that. We
off.
were there.
Oh my
You went
God.
off.
You
Dude.
guys, I have ADHD and I'm also autistic, so it's really hard for me sometimes to like conceptualize like
Oh, no.
what's going on around me and who exactly is
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So
I get
good.
that, I
I'm
get
pretty
that.
sure
But-
we both are as well.
Yeah, but
we lose track of so much. But, like we retain stuff, but then we lose.
But
it.
it's
Yeah.
so, like, this is so beautiful and so perfect because you guys know what I'm talking about. But, you know, our friend put this song out and they were just like, you know, go ahead and, like, whatever you guys want. And so everybody was kind of doing their thing and I was watching you guys and I was, like, sitting there in the corner, like, typing on my phone.
Like, I got it.
And then I was
Yeah.
like, here, Daniel, do it. And then Daniel
Like, nah,
butchered
you.
it.
That's all you.
butchered it.
Because when somebody writes something, like it's kind of hard to like read it how they wrote it for you.
Exactly.
At least
Yeah.
that's most of the people I work with. Like the reason why they don't take a verse from somebody or like write for somebody else is because of the way that like they would say it versus that artist.
Yeah.
Whereas like I have done that before, where I wrote like a chorus for a friend.
Yeah.
Or a friend wrote like two bars, and then you write the rest of the 14 other bars, right?
Yeah.
But I think that when the verse was good. I had the file.
No.
Low-key, we're
Mixed up.
gonna have to talk about that after the show and see if we could get Diosi on SoundCloud or something.
Dude,
You on
yeah.
Spotify, low key?
Hey, let us know.
Honestly, what do I escape right now?
Oh
That's
my
lyric
God.
from his song.
But that's how it goes. Because I could relate to that. My first time writing a song, it was literally like just listening to the beat and then kind of like like you hum
you
to
were
the
mumble
beat,
it first.
and then
yeah.
you're like, oh wait, I could put these words in there.
Yeah.
And it was like, I always thought that that's what songwriting was supposed to be like, but then it's like, I guess I get caught up in my head and like kind of idolizing artists and idolizing like the talent that people have and being like, damn, like you have to be super talented, like natural born talent. Like there's no way I could learn this. But then again, it's like I kind of broke it down and I'm like, I can do this. I sing along to a lot of stuff.
It's
I'm on
action.
beat, yeah. and
You
it's
gotta
just
put
trying.
action to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But DLC killed it that day.
No,
Yeah,
you guys,
no.
it was such a, like, I've seen other people experience studio magic,
Yeah.
you know, like, a lot of my friends are musicians, artists, performers, so I've seen them in their glory. But for me, it was just like, Daniel, I was like, no, that's not how it goes. And so I was like, here, let me do it. And it would just it flowed out of my mouth. And
Right.
I don't know, like, and that since then, I've just kind of been thinking, like, which poems can I turn into songs?
Yeah.
No, that's
All of 'em.
such a
Like,
All of them.
I'm just like, actually, let me just take some singing lessons. And then I'll be like, what is
Yeah.
it called? Triple threat?
triple threat. Yeah.
I do radio, singing. What else do I do? What's my third thing?
Poetry.
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 Oh, you organized
Poetry.
too. It's
Dude.
not like 4 things.
Yeah, but
That-
I was just like, watch out, world. I'm at the same place as you.
No,
girl.
yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
like I was listening to you like earlier talking about how, you know, like you're just, well, you've been talking about it this whole time. Like you're just in like a transformative place in your life, and you know, like you're stepping into your abundance.
Right.
You're stepping into like your accountability to yourself of like being like, okay, if I want this, I gotta like do this, and I
Right.
gotta keep myself accountable. And who's gonna be on my side?
Who's on your team?
Who's
yeah.
on my team? So I can, you know, and I feel like that's exactly where I'm at with like my circle, my friends, my life.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's like, I think it's just beautiful, you know, that we get to, you know, meet and community, because it's just crazy how we met too, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. On
you know,
accident.
it was always this has been the most beautiful, you know, coincidences, because truly met you through Chica's Braids.
Yeah.
Met Chicas Braids through Destiny. Met Destiny because so I met Tiche and I was with my sister at a little event at Shadow Grove. And we were talking about a bunch of stuff, in the political landscape. And Destiny, out of nowhere, she just like comes in and she's like, "Hey, it's interesting what you guys are talking about. What are you guys doing here? Who are you with?" And I was just like, "Who's this girl?" Like
she was like,
she has, some.
she's got that fire.
Yeah,
she's
because
yeah.
Who does that? Like not a lot of people. I mean, that's never happened to me before.
No, it's something that
know?
I've always admired from her, and some would say that whole thing was like destiny. It was
Destiny.
destiny. It was destiny.
The name fits.
It was,
and through her, we got connected with Barbara. We got connected with so many beautiful people. And then just like I always say, like the work that they do. I was talking about her with our hairdresser the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, these girls, their hands, like I cannot imagine how much their hands hurt. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they have like 2 events back to back,
That's crazy.
But I don't want to take too much from the conversation. I was just kind of going with the fact that like, it's beautiful that we get to kind of experience this, and like I'm excited to kind of see how this reflects in everybody's art too, because that's what's cool about the creative environment we're in, is that we do get to see our lives unfold through each other's art. And like just thank you guys for being part of that magic, and like
always. It's an honor.
it's super interesting because that feeling that you felt, that golden bright light that you felt when you performed, that is what I feel when I act. When I'm on a set, like that is what I feel. That is what he feels when he performs, and that is what we want to do for other people. That is what we're like. Literally, our mission is to give that to the youth and to make people believe in themselves, and like offer photo shoots and make people feel beautiful and confident again, and give them the platform to thrive. So
I love that.
Yeah.
And speaking of what we want our art to do to people, what do you want this song dropping tomorrow to do to people? I'll let you talk about it.
What you wanted to do to me, bro?
What do you want it to do to us? What do you want us to take?
What you gonna do?
It's gonna do a lot of things.
That's crazy.
No, so so it's the first single from the project I'm gonna release. I'm releasing it next month. So the project is called Neon Decay, and I named it Neon Decay because when I think neon, I think of, futuristic stuff. You think like cyberpunk, you think all this cool technology stuff, very glowy, very, the lights are bright. So we're kind of living in the future, with all the developments and like AI and like all this computer stuff. While it seems cool, like you're like, oh my God, like robots and stuff. Like just yesterday we saw like 2 different delivery robots.
Oh my God.
It was scary. That's very futuristic. Sounds cool, especially if you're into like sci-fi. But then Neon Decay comes from decay, is all of this stuff is also causing issues and also could be the downfall of the world. You hear about where these AI I don't know what they're called, plants or
these I'm not sure if you guys are on TikTok a lot.
The centers
we're chronically online because we have to promote ourselves through there. But recently, yesterday we were talking about this AI music artist, like literally a woman who like is made of AI and is an AI voice. It literally like singing AI songs got signed to a major label.
It's crazy.
How?
And then apparently like where they're running all this stuff though, like the AI locations. The people that live around there's a lot of pollution, a lot of stuff going on. Like there's just bright lights that keep people up. It's just very horrible living conditions for people near that.
I have heard of all of this.
Yeah, so like while these technological advancements are the future of the world, I think there's also a lot of decay, as in there's going to be a lot of horrible things. Even just right now with what's going on politically, like there's a lot of people losing their families. People dying for no reason,
no reason at all.
And like it doesn't matter like what side you're on, like violence isn't an answer to anything. And it's just very, very negative, So Neon Decay is kind of like saying that like the future looks bright, but also I see a lot of horrible things on the way. So Lover, I originally wrote when I was going through a weird period of wanting to kind of walk away because music wasn't giving me the happiness that I used to get, just because it was before Thera and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So I masked it like a breakup song. Well, not breakup song, but kind of like you're with someone that terrifies you.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
the
I
she
like
here
that.
is music.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm hiding from my lover. Like, I'm scared of her because I'm scared of failing, but I'm also scared of the things that come with becoming successful in the industry. Like, you know, like all the horrible things.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We
And so yeah, lover, that's the premise of it. But now it's also, she's also, sadly, you know, my country. We're supposed to love our country, but where we're at, like, I'm scared, bro. I'm scared to go out. If I want to speak Spanish, I'm a target. You know, like there's so many layers. But yeah, it's this on the surface level though. It's a breakup / love song. Yeah, very.
Thank
vibey,
you for
though.
that context. I'm gonna really listen with intent now.
It's super interesting because we touched base on this earlier. Politically, in the entertainment world, I've been taught and molded to be very, very careful with who we shake hands with, who we share our energy with, who we are trying to uplift, and what message we are trying to convey and spread into the masses. And right now, with everything going on, it is very difficult, especially politically, especially with how Hollywood is going right now. It is super important that we are as authentic as possible, no matter what. There's a lot of things going on right now in the world, and especially in Hollywood, that we won't touch base on right now, that are coming to light, and we make it a mission. I mean, I especially as an actor, as a photographer, as XYZ, navigating this crazy, crazy world that we're in, to be just extremely, extremely authentic and honest and true, because Hollywood is changing, and it is up to us to step up to the plate, and we do plan on being here for a very long time and expanding and
Timeless art.
And yeah, timeless art, and we plan on making our mark in the world.
Yeah.
So
Well, speaking of making marks, let's
Yeah.
go into this song "Lover"
Yeah.
that's dropping tomorrow on all platforms.
Yep.
By Fallen.
stream it.
It's dope.
Stream. Oh, you could say that. I can't, but yeah. All right. "Lover" by Fallen.
Ooh.
Hey everybody.
Here.
Hello.
So
So, what I got from that was like, kind of like the world's ending, but you're trying to like hold on to somebody, you know? What I mean?
Yeah. Like you want to hold on, but you're also running from it.
it's one of those late night car drives
Yeah.
To the city.
Yes.
PCH.
City.
ooh.
Yeah.
with your lover. you
Yeah.
know.
Like my three biggest inspirations are, you know, The Weeknd,
Mhm.
Michael Jackson, Prince, in terms of like, you know, my R&B and pop.
And
rapping,
your lady. Your
yeah.
lady.
And my lady. Rapping wise, you know, it's Eminem, Kendrick.
Yeah.
But yeah, every time I hear something and I think back to like Michael, Prince, I'm very like, okay, they made music that, you know, matters, that's timeless. You hear songs by them now, and sometimes it can get overplayed by like the public, so you don't think they really mean much, but then like the lyrics are actually talking about something.
Right.
So that was my approach. I was like, you know, let me just make something that, you know, hopefully reaches enough people and is enough of a banger to like want to listen to on repeat, but also is gonna like stick with you emotionally too.
I love
I
that.
love that.
Yeah.
Diosi, what do you think?
Well, I really like the vibe of it. I agree. Definitely long car drive type of
Yeah.
song. Honestly, I have to sit and listen to it like on my own.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I do, but I like right off the bat, I really like it, and I didn't expect any less, you know. But I would like to just sit and listen to the lyrics,
Yeah.
because that's, you know, we had that connection here, and so now
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't give you an honest review
No,
right
I
now.
get
Like you're like, now I want to do a whole like discography.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is like that whole project. When I make projects, every song is supposed to kind of bounce off the next one. So that one, it's. Oh my God, I'm forgetting the track list. Okay, so it starts with Demise and then Demise Part 2. Those are automatically interlinked. But it's like the first Demise is about the demise of the world. everything, like, it's like an apocalyptic sounding song. Directly transitions to Demise Part 2. Demise Part 2 is like the end of a relationship. Very, you know, toxic love type of stuff. The next one is Lover. So this is the third one, continuing that broken relationship thing. After that, it's going to go into Survive. This is also, the whole album's like you can listen to on a late night drive. This one's like a very building up cinematic, talking about if I were, this one's like dedicated to my girl and my baby. Like if I were to crash on this long drive, I paint the picture in the beginning. I'm on the highway going slow because I ain't really I'm not in a rush. But if for whatever reason I fall asleep on the drive, something happens, I crash. If I survive, you know, you're the only person I really care to come back to. But if I were to like die tonight, that 7-minute replay that they say we get,
Yeah.
I was like, the whole 7 minutes is just gonna be you. That's all I'm gonna see, and I hope I see you in the afterlife. You know, very dark, but also romantic.
Poetic.
It's super poetic, yeah.
Yeah.
It's I think a lot of people can relate to that, you know, just like when you have your person, and
Yeah.
it's the biggest fear I think of
Yeah.
everyone. Like once you find that person, it's like no, I can't lose them.
Yeah.
Like and not this like possessive I can't lose. It's like
Like, what is my life without you?
exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. From there it goes into Neon Decay, the title track. That one's very, very hype, like drill. That's the only song I rap on. Everything's very R&B, synthwave. But yeah, that song, I cover more the topic of like what the whole project is about. That one's sick. It has a violin solo. Like this one had a sax solo. That one has a violin solo.
Violin is super cool.
And then the next one is Antagonist. That one has a guitar solo. So it's very cool, like instrumentals. The whole project is produced by Sarhan, really cool producer on YouTube. The Antagonist is, I keep the broken relationship thing, but you like if you really read it though, it's very much about treating the country and treating like myself. Also, I talk to myself a lot. But I treat it like if I'm breaking up with someone, you know, like being unhappy with someone and not liking who they turned into, but really I'm like looking in the mirror. And then the ending, Rain, it was part of this album that I deleted. It was like my first album called City of Angels. It's like the big outro. It's very, very much like also talking to myself, saying like, you know what, tell me how. It's like me telling a girl like, you know what, fine, spit on my face, tell me you're done with me, I'm hard to love. But really, I'm talking to myself like about how those times where you feel insecure and unhappy with yourself, you can be the biggest bully to yourself, bigger than anyone else could be.
And you have a Lover coming out tomorrow, but when do you plan to drop the whole project?
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
I actually wanted to draw inspiration from Alex Infinity and have a listening party, but I don't have locations.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it
We'll
out.
figure that
he
out,
deserves
for
a listening
sure.
party.
I really want to. Everyone just sit down and listen.
Why don't we manifest it and say to be announced?
To
be announced.
TBA.
TBA.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And like, I think we're both personally looking forward to the project dropping and continuing to support your art.
Support Thera.Wrld.
Yeah, support
Oh,
Thera.Wrld.
of course.
My heart is with you.
Vanessa, do you have any projects coming up, like maybe personal projects or?
Yeah, so I've been talking about my paintings a lot. I have a couple paintings that I am setting up to possibly have a show with Thera. That'd be super cool. And then I just had a film that I believe the last time I was with y'all I spoke about. It's called Bomb, and I do my first stunt. That was cool, and they shot on 35mm film on this old camera, and we had only 2 chances to get the shot right, or else that's like thousands of dollars down the drain. So we ended up getting it right, of course, and it looks beautiful. It was just reposted by Kodak Films on Instagram, so it was just super cool. They repost like super amazing like film projects shot on 35mm film. So that just came out, and that's going to be in film festivals soon, so I'm super excited for that. I've been creating my own projects, and Angel's been super supportive with that. Like I've been like testing out my camera, getting shots, learning how to color grade, and like eventually I would love to like make music videos and stuff. I've always wanted to get into music video making since I was a kid, and now it's like awakening again. So
cool.
yeah, like
And we make short films, not music videos.
yeah,
films.
short films. Eventually,
Yeah.
like my love for acting and my love for storytelling will manifest through Thera and creating films within the next 10 years. That's our plan.
Yeah.
But yeah, acting has been crazy as well. I've been auditioning nonstop. I think acting is awakening again in Hollywood. I can't really say what I've been auditioning for, but they've been for lead roles for leading leading production companies. So I'm
Very big
Nice.
things. Very big
super
things.
grateful. But we are trying our best, like, to just like keep each other like on our toes and
Yeah, especially right
Yeah.
now because it's such a big transition in our life. Because not only are we like more locked in than we've been before, but we also left our jobs, like our
Yeah.
day jobs, and we're like, this is all we got, you know. So it's this or nothing. And honestly, it's been more motivating than ever.
It's
you know?
yeah, I mean, I've been trending on TikTok recently. So we're trying to use the momentum like most we can and hopefully get into brand deals eventually. Yesterday when we were at Teen Vogue, Clinique was like, "Oh, we're looking for like people for a campaign. Just make a video and then
Yeah. Right,
we'll
let's
see
look
where
into
we'll see where that goes." But we met up with someone at Teen Vogue, one of our friends. One of my friends, she has a really big magazine called Thera.Wrld and super big, and she just quit her job as well. And she's like, "No, dude, this is full time now." And we found people sponsoring us. We like she's making it happen, and immediately we like clicked. We looked at
Yeah.
each other. We were like, "Yeah, we're gonna be there."
That's
soon."
us. That's us.
So, yeah.
Well, we're here manifesting with you all.
Yeah, we're here to support you.
And we already see you guys as super successful people, and so that is what we expect to continue to be, you know. And
Yeah.
so thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank you all for
course.
coming.
Thank
and just one
you.
last time, where can people find you, like to support you?
So on Instagram, we are Thera, THERA .world, WRLD. Individually, I'm on Instagram as _FXLLN_. That's fallen.
And on Instagram, my personal Instagram is at the Vanesa Melendez. Vanessa spelled with one S because my mother was delirious at the delivery room.
Melendez
She was
with
like,
the Z.
this is enough. This will cut it. So
Yeah, one S.
Yeah.
You only get one.
one S, only one. There's only one of me. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing everything that you shared with us. We're in full support of Thera.Wrld and both personal projects that you have coming in the future, but I'm sure it'll be intertwined with Thera.Wrld.
Of course.
Yeah.
As like all our passion projects are like that, you know.
Yeah.
dude.
But just real quick, want to remind everybody you're listening to Voces Unidas on KROJ 101.5 FM Radio Olin, streaming out of Panorama City, California, from our studios in Pueblo Salud in San Fernando City. And I'm Daniel Molina. This is
DOC.
this is the first segment I have on every third Sunday. I'm gonna have a little like hour where I talk to artists and I
Fire,
talk to
fire.
people.
Nice.
So this is the first kind of like guinea pig. So thank you so much, Thera.Wrld.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
We're guinea pigs. Nah,
yeah.
we're panthers, bro.
Or Panthers, guinea
Panther.
well,
Guinea
no,
Guinea
Panthers.
panthers.
Guinea Panthers. No, we're Panthers. I like that.
Yeah.
Somos Panteras.
Somos panteras. There
But-
you go.
Thank you to DOC. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, True. in
Yes.
the
Thank you to
booth.
the whole crew.
Thank
we
you
love
all.
you guys so much.
We
And,
love.
We're real quick shout out to Catherine, Freza Lenore. We're setting fruits. We assisted with that book release on Friday at
Oh.
Bodevi.
Nice.
Nice.
We got our copy right here.
Shout out Bodevi too.
Sorry.
Shout out Bodevi.
Shout out Bodevi. But our socials are gonna be full of whatever we're doing soon to come, and
Stay tuned in for tomorrow. If you guys like this show, there are many more shows like this across KROJ 101.5 FM.
can we name off a few?
We can name off a few. We got Valley Views. We got Take You There Radio. We have
Sound
the
System.
Sound System.
Reading
the
in
Panda.
bed with Jessica.
Reading in Bed with Jessica. The Panda Hour.
Yeah.
The Art of
The
Action.
Art of Action.
Did I say Valley Views already?
Valley Views.
Valley
yes.
Views. So, you know, there's so many shows you guys can tap into, and these are just a few of them. So please, please,
And-
please, if you guys are interested in any type of, what is it called? Collaborations or anything, you know, feel free to reach out either on Instagram, or over email. But you guys can find us at Voces Unidas in Pacoima.
On Instagram, and Las Comadres _VU also on Instagram. Our shows, we probably were like, oh, they already know, but we're gonna shout out our shows too. Our shows for Voces Unidas and Las Comadres are every Monday, 7 and 9 p.m. Las Comadres is on the first and third Mondays and fifth Mondays of the month. Voces Unidas is on the second, fourth Mondays, and also on the third Sunday, which you are listening to right now. And we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, we'll be back tomorrow, y'all. Till then, have a good one.
Thank you so much again, Thera.Wrld.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Have a great Sunday, y'all.
All love.
Yep. Love y'all.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Alex Infinity, and welcome to a brand new segment of Voces Unidas. We're not sure what we're going to call it yet, but something along the lines of talking with the one and only Infinite One. I'm joined by some very special guests today. If you were tuned in yesterday to... Was it Las Comadres yesterday?
Oh, Voces Unidas.
If you were tuned in yesterday to Voces Unidas, then you heard their voice, or you may be familiar. I'm here joined with Thera.Wrld. We got Angel and Vanessa. Make some noise, y'all. What's up with y'all?
Yo.
Who's making the noise? Us? Woo! Yeah! I'm
Yeah.
so excited. I love it. I love it.
So, yeah, thank you guys for being here again.
Of course.
I'm excited to I know you guys already talked a little bit about what you guys do, but I'm curious. I have more questions. I want to get to know more about you as individuals, personally. I know, Angel, you just dropped a song last night, right? Or just today?
Actually, a few hours ago.
A few hours ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like right at 4.
Yeah, it's
right
called
after.
Lover.
Yeah.
All
Very interesting song.
Why is it interesting?
Yeah, why is it interesting?
I wrote it. It became a song that has 3 different meanings. Originally, I wrote it when I was in a weird phase of thinking about leaving the music industry, like just giving up.
Mm-hmm.
So I wrote it like a kind of a breakup song about, leaving a person that you're scared of or that isn't really doing good for you. The more that I developed my project, Neon Decay has turned into a song about leaving, not leaving the country, but leaving like all the negativity that surrounds the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, if you're going through a breakup, you can relate to it on a love, because it at face value, it is a love song. So, yeah.
Yeah, cool. And so it's gonna be part of a project, right? It's part of a larger.
Yeah.
body of work?
So I'm working on a project called Neon Decay. I believe I mentioned yesterday. It was kind of the quick elevator pitch version of it. It's a project. The concept of it is how the future looks bright with technology and all these advancements, but also the decay part. So much violence, hatred, just horrible things going on. So it's kind of that blend, like that contrast. Like it looks like life is gonna only get better, but it's in a way also getting worse. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. It definitely feels like that. Actually, that makes me want to talk about, obviously yesterday you guys talked about your group, your collective, your project, Thera.Wrld.
Yes.
And, obviously a lot of it does have to do with art, but even another part of it, another aspect is the, I guess, political part of it, or like how that is, how you guys are using that as a form of resistance. I know I got to be a part of, you guys did a photo shoot, the Panthers Eat Ice photo shoot. That was super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like, I know you, Angel, a lot of your music does have like a political awareness to it. You talk about some real stuff. And I know Vanessa as well, like again with your photo shoots, and I'm sure with other things, we actually met at the midnight hour. They were doing
it was a towns meeting. Yeah. It's super interesting because we don't necessarily want to limit ourselves to being like a purely political platform. I think in the essence of it, like Thera is made from love. Like we both poured a lot of love into it, and I think what we both believe in morally is that, leading life with love is the way. You know what I mean? And I guess politically where that goes into play is like we believe in, equal rights for people. We believe in everybody having equal opportunity. And in many ways that is what we're doing, like with our social collective, is like we're using that, our skills and our talents to, give back to the community and love the community that loves us. So definitely definitely, like, it all kind of goes hand in hand naturally,
Yeah.
without even trying.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What about you, Angel? Like, when you're writing these songs, obviously, it doesn't always have to be political. It doesn't have to be. There's a whole deeper. Well, I guess it is deeper, but there's different things that you write about. Curious, so where does that come from for you?
It's so many different outlets. It's funny because there's songs where, if you know me personally, my personal life, I have my lady, I have my son. I'm a family person, and I'm not out in the club with like girls and stuff. Like, I'm not doing that stuff. But like, if I want to freestyle, if I want to make a fun trap song, take a break from being that conscious artist all the time. I'll say things in kind of like, I'll get in character. Like, if I'm writing a script for a character, and I can tune into like experiences that my friends have told me about, things I see in the media, things that I see appeal to people, and I can kind of tune into that and be like, okay, let me channel this energy for this track. I went through this, let me channel that for this track, and then that's why I feel like I'm always releasing projects. I released 3 EPs like in 1 year. I released an album at the start of this year, and then another EP mid-year, and now I'm about to drop Neon Decay. I'm always working, always getting ideas. I picture my projects as like movies, so I feel like if there's no story that I can create track by track, I kind of either market it as this is just a mixtape, just a little compilation of songs, or this is an actual project. So yeah, I think whatever I'm feeling in the moment, there's projects that I'm working on right now. As I'm about to drop Neon Decay, I got like 3 more albums I'm working on. There's just so much. I think it's like, I draw a lot of inspiration from Prince in that sense, where, you look at his catalog, he has, like almost 40 albums out. That man would not stop working. And then he still has so many unreleased songs. So my inspiration is just, I always got ideas about what I want to talk about, what I want to put out, what I want to retract. Because, like you mentioned, the political side of it, I made songs when I was very angry about my people being attacked. Kind of had to step back and be like, wait, I want to drop something that, one, everyone can access, not just people that listen to underground lyrical rap and are okay with like cuss words every other bar. I want to drop something that, you can play at, like, if we have an event, bringing the community together. I want to be able to sing it and there's children there and not feel weird about, you know what I'm saying? And also just fight hate with love. So
I think there's a difference between like creating something like so that everyone can enjoy it, and then getting an audience, and then doing things in the community where you can actively help. Because a lot of people talk, they just talk. Like a lot of celebrities are just all about talk, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna donate this amount of money to this charity, but they're not actively out there doing it. Like some politicians as well, they promise a lot to the people and they don't actually do it. So we're just trying to get people to enjoy what we do as artists and as a social collective, and then eventually like actually be present in the community. There's
a lot of focus on like the wrong things too. Like, we'll have events where we want to bring people together and help people out, and then other people's focus is on how can I make this about like trending on social media, but trending for personal reasons, not for like the actual love of people. So it's, you gotta kind of watch it like with what we represent, it's very tricky sometimes.
Yeah, it's interesting. That makes me think, I talk about this a lot, like with my partner, with some of my friends, like when it comes to, as artists, oftentimes, I know myself, like, I feel like there is, especially as like a Chicano artist and like from where we're from, like there's this like responsibility almost of like having to say something with the art and having to be vocal and speak up. And well, I definitely feel that, and I think that's important. Like, I also feel like it's important to just be able to express yourself freely and like have fun with it, because that's also part of that's part of it. Like a lot of times I think we're put into these boxes, or like there's these like certain expectations that almost like we put on ourselves to have to be a certain way, or to have to speak up or speak a certain way about things. And while I think it's important to do that, like I don't think that necessarily has to be the defining characteristic. We're more than just a struggle. We're more than just surviving and like
Right.
having
Yeah.
to like,
Absolutely.
we're also like, yo, we have fun. We like to party and we like to, you know, like enjoy each other's company and time and stuff like that. So it's
We're
important.
people.
Yeah, exactly.
We're people with lives. Like we
Exactly.
got, you know,
I'm a human
I totally
being.
get that.
Yeah.
No, I've had experiences where people like they'll look at what I do and they're like, "Oh, you're just this." You know what I mean? But no, there's like multiple like
Yeah.
different like I'm layered, you know, and
Yeah.
you're layered. You're Alex, you're layered.
Yeah, we're all layered.
Daniel's layered.
Multifaceted.
We're
Everyone,
onions, bro.
we're
to quote
onions, you
Shrek.
know. There's multiple parts of us that
Yeah.
create a whole, you know, like you know. So I think in many ways, like we try to portray that like
Yeah.
people of many hats. Like you do a bunch of stuff, I do a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
you do a bunch of stuff, we all do a bunch of stuff.
Even musically, that's why I love artists like, you know, like you, Erica, everyone that you're not in a box. You're not just an indie artist, just a rapper, just this or that. Like, you'll tap into whatever sounds good and speaks to you, because that's how it's going to reach people. You know, people don't want to just look for someone that is comfortable. Like, you make one hit song and then all your other songs sound like a copy of that. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
nah, bro. And then especially, I think, I don't know if you can relate to this. You probably have felt this way too. Growing up, my idea of artists from the Valley was just like trap rappers
Shoreline
that are
Mafia
like,
type
yeah,
beat.
that are like either in gangs or, you know, like involved in like
Yeah, for sure.
all this stuff. And I'm like, dang, I don't fit in, because like, you know, I make love songs, I make songs about other stuff, and I don't want to talk about being
Right.
on the streets, because that's not me. You know, like,
Yeah.
I grew up in a bad neighborhood, but I wasn't out there like that, you know, and I'm not gonna portray that. And I was like, man, maybe like my own city won't feel me, but the more people I meet here, I'm like, no, there's a lot of people just like me, you know. Like, it's not all just that. No shade to those artists either, because they speak their truth.
I guess
And-
we just don't want to continue that culture with
Yeah,
the youth.
or give that image like,
Like,
oh, I'm from here, so, you know, I must be
there's-
involved in something. Like, no, I'm just a guy.
Yeah, no, that's interesting, because I think about that a lot too, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I think about that a lot with fashion and like
Oh,
Oh
definitely.
specifically with, like,
man,
with
we got
yeah.
something to say after this, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, like with Chicano fashion, you know, like
Yeah.
it's very much like a certain look, and like it's dope, you know. I love that. I love that's part of our culture, but it's like you said, like for me personally, like I never fit into that. I was always like an alternative kid. I always like
Yeah.
my little skater clothes, or like I know I see you guys have your own fashion sense, and I'm like, I think that's so cool, and like that is Latinx fashion. That is like
Mhm.
you guys both Mexican.
Yeah.
I'm half and half. I'm half Salvi, half Mexican.
Yeah.
Regardless,
I'm
it's
full Mexican.
Yeah, we can. I'm full Mexican too.
Okay.
Shout out to Salvi's.
I'm not oddball.
I'm Salvi by marriage, lucky.
By marriage.
I'm
My
Salvi.
stepdad. We got
Oh
another Salvi. We
my
got two
God.
Salvi.
Okay.
I'm
My
full
step-
Salvi.
You-
There we go.
Really?
Daniel
Both
Molina's in the room with us.
I
by
need
the
to.
way.
Do I need to
Alright,
find
what's
my
up, y'all?
Salvi baddie? Like I need to find me a Salvi
You gotta be the
Salvi man,
baddie.
Salvi
You
baddie,
wanna-
Salvi.
I've
Salvi-
only had
Sal-
luck. I've
Salvi
only had
somebody.
luck with like, well, my girlfriend's Mexican,
Oh,
but like
Right.
I
okay.
really enjoy being with her. You know, I think about it all the time, and like no offense to my own people, but I'm like, I don't know if I'd be okay with being with a Salvadorian every day.
My own.
I'm with the
Oh, why?
Salvadorian. My
No,
partner's
no,
Salvi.
no,
That's
no,
crazy.
no,
That's
no.
crazy.
Like, can I explain?
Oh,
though?
but I
Wait,
started
okay.
fight.
Can I explain? I'm gonna
Explain
explain
yourself.
that because actually this is actually gonna hit. There's a lot of people that I experienced in my lifetime. There's a lot of cool Salvies I've met lately in community, but a lot of Salvies that I've known are kind of like hating. They have a hating culture, really judgmental culture. Have you experienced that at all?
Very interesting. I think so a little bit.
Like and not in like in a bad way, but like there's like a lot of Salvadorans I talked to too, like experience it with their own family, where it's just judgmental.
Bro,
I think
you
that's
know,
the same with.
I was gonna
every-
say, you know what's so
I mean,
funny
my own
with
dad.
us? It's the
True, though.
same
Yeah,
exact thing.
Oh,
I think
wow.
everyone has that.
I
Yeah.
see it. I see it too, but I think it's a little different too, because the cultures are slightly different, you know.
Yeah, I
Interesting.
can
But
imagine.
I mean, like, I don't know. I think I need to heal that part of myself. But I'm just saying, I
No,
really
I
enjoy
get
like
you,
the
though.
Mexican culture right now. You know.
I get you. For the longest, I grew up feeling like I don't fit in with my own people, because all the people I was around was like, if it was Mexican men, it was very like machista men,
Yeah.
very stuck in like old ways.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I had a hard time, like, you know, I would say, yeah, I'm Mexican, but I would feel like I didn't actually mean it, because I'd be like, whoa, like I don't listen to corridos. I don't dress like everyone else. I'm not like, you know, Mexican men aren't like this. But there is a good group of them that are stuck in the old ways, and I'm like, I don't think it's cool to get drunk and just yell at your wife or, you know, like be abusive. And I grew up around only that, you know, so I'm like, I couldn't identify with my own people. And then now I'm like around so many people in the community, you know, every time we have events or like go to midnight hour and stuff, and I meet people, I'm like, whoa, like, you know, we're really good people, and like, you know, and especially now that, you know, just brown people in general were being attacked, I'm like, I want to represent us more, and yeah, but no, growing up, I would see a lot of self-hate in our culture, like.
Interesting.
A lot of people, yeah.
I guess it might be trauma based because I mean my father's Salvadorian. I didn't really grow up with him necessarily, but his family super judgmental of him, and I would see him like growing up, like his family would just like berate him all the time. And I you know, as a kid, I was like, Daddy, why does my aunt hate you? You know, like, you know, like, I was like, why?
You don't talk to, huh?
Yeah, brother. Like, I look very much like my dad. My mom is white, pale, and blonde. I do not look like my mom. I look like my dad. So, but like, super judgy. Like, my mom's side of the family would be like, oh, you look savvy. Like, you know, you're judgy, you're this and that. I'm like, dude, I'm just a fetus, bro. Like, what do you mean?
I grew up hearing that too. Did you grow up hearing that? Like,
Mexicans,
like hearing Mexicans and Salvis don't get along.
Beef,
Yeah,
just
dude.
beef.
I experienced that early on too.
And I have so many friends that were.
My mom is Mexican and my stepdad is Salvi. So like, I grew up in a
Yeah,
mixed household.
so same thing.
Like when the selección play the selection, dude. You know, it's a big deal at my household. Yeah. But I grew up like we had pupusas and we had tacos
Same
or just like
thing, yeah.
chilaquiles or whatever.
Salpicón, you ever had salpicón?
I don't know if I have.
Salpicón, you had salpicón?
Salpicón? No,
It's
dude.
minced beef with
It's
onions
salvi?
and mint. Yeah.
Oh.
And then you eat it with plátano fritos,
Ooh.
and the beans and rice. What's that called? You know,
Dude.
casamiento?
Casamiento. Yeah, casamiento. Yeah.
Salpicón on Daniel after this or what?
Dude, I need
I'm gonna tell my
to.
mom to cook some.
I need to get exposed to this, dude. Like, I need to.
Like the real question though is, do you prefer Salvadorian tamales or Mexican tamales?
Mexican tamales. Mexican tamales all the way.
You?
Tamales, I'd say Mexican. I really like Mexican tamales.
Yeah.
Rajas,
Yeah.
my favorite, you know.
My mom makes some mean tamales, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I've only had Mexican, so.
Yeah.
The Salvi ones, they're like a little softer, a little more like what do you call that? Like flan-esque. Not flan, that's not the very but like
No, I get what you
they're
mean
like,
though.
Yeah.
the
The
squishier.
texture is very like inviting. I don't know. It's
I think it depends. It's for me. It's a time and place. Sometimes it's like that. When it hits. But
yeah.
it's always gonna hit a Mexican
I
taco for me.
will say that they are healthier. The Salvadorian
Oh.
people are healthier. I'm not gonna lie. They like their food from what I've experienced. I don't know why. Like it's just healthier. Pupusa's the exception. It's like every culture has to have like one fat.
That's
like
the cheat meal.
compared to Mexican, bro. Like it's a miracle. I'm not like 400 pounds. Like my mom, dude. It's like every week carne asada, menudo, like flautas. I had chicken.
Low key, I was thinking about that yesterday. I was eating an esquite and then a raspado.
Yeah,
I was
bruh.
like, man, I could live in Mexico. If I wasn't
so-
scared of the cartels and stuff, I would live in Mexico.
I mean,
It's good food.
Can I get
Yeah.
somebody give me protection? You know, I need a
I
protection.
have family in
Yeah,
Mexico, dude. I've thought about. I always think about that. I have family in Sinaloa. I'm always like, that'd be so cool to go over there for like.
That's a hot
summer.
place.
I know, but the thing is, like, they
Let's
live
go.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I've
Let's
never
go,
been
Alex.
over
I'll go
there.
with
I've never been also. Let's plan a trip.
Let's go.
Ooh,
Let's
go to Mexico City. Mexico
Let's
City's
go.
lit.
Let's vlog?
Mexico
I'd
City's
be so
actually
down.
Cool. It's so cool.
Oh my god.
I love
Damn.
it. So, what does your mom cook that's good?
Oh my god, dude, it's cuz you know what? My uncles, so they own farmland. So they're very ranchero. We're from Zacatecas, Mexico. So very yija, like very no, seriously, like cowboys, yeah. They live in the middle of
De
like
rancho.
You ain't from
that
around
rancho,
here.
yeah. Of course, they live in the middle of nowhere
That's
in
fire.
Mexico, and here they own a couple like ranches, and like some in Lancaster, some in Riverside. So, but some of my uncles like are in bands, like they have their own like bandas, and they play, they sing. I have a uncle who's a singer, and then also like 3 uncles who own restaurants. So like they like have like Mexican food like down, like they got it down. So my mom learned from her brothers, so she cooks like the best tamales, the best carne asada. Literally, like I don't even need to go to a restaurant. Every time I'm like hanging with a friend who's like not Mexican, like one of my other best friends, he's like my brother, he's Colombian, and he's like, let's go get Mexican food. I'm like, dude, let's just go to my house, bro. Like, let's just go to my house. I'm not gonna pay $24 for 3 tacos.
Very Americanized Mexican
You know,
food.
like Oh my God. She
Unless
makes
you hit a truck or like a taco spot here, it's gonna be very whitewashed Mexican food.
her birria is the best.
Yeah.
That's my favorite. Her birria, because she uses like a special tomato sauce
Okay.
on top of
Okay.
it, and it elevates it more.
That
It's
sounds
not like
fire.
watery.
Hungry. Yeah, we
Alright.
gotta go eat after
Birria,
this.
it's amazing. My
Oh.
favorite. It's my favorite.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hold up, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Because Alex is the one that pointed this out to me. So apparently that there's a Salvadorian sauce that you get at restaurants that I made.
Oh
in front
no,
of
it's
them.
a style, a way of
Oh.
doing it. I don't know. I've just seen two Salvies in my life do this.
They didn't say this. I said okay, it's got to be the Salvadorian sauce because they pointed it out. To me.
The
So my
Salvador.
mom taught me something
No.
when I was young.
You did it, and I was like, "You Salvi?" He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "How'd you know?" I was like, "I've only ever seen Salvies do this."
Crazy.
So the sauce was, I guess it must be a Salvi thing. Maybe it is. We'll find out. We're gonna find out more. We gotta do like a research, like a case study.
We gotta run
So
it back. And
you at the restaurant, like burger restaurants, anywhere you go to get your burger, right? You get a lid instead of like the little cups, and you put a mountain of ketchup in the lid
What?
for your cup,
Okay.
and then I put pepper on it, but you just get that much ketchup for your fries and stuff. But it's hilarious because the way Alex explained it, he's like, they're like, oh, my stepdad used to do this, and he used to be like, para que todo come. It's like, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I
no,
was like,
What?
because usually give you little small cups or whatever.
Yeah,
but they're
yeah.
small. That's for one person. You get the
The-
extra
the-
large cup
oh,
lid.
that's crazy.
Like a cup lid, yeah, and then just keep
Wait, it
bumping
doesn't go
until
through the little hole in the middle of the.
I tried doing it, and I had that
Right?
problem.
Yeah.
Dude. I guess that's
You
like
just deal with it.
I'm too Mexican, dude. I gotta be.
Nah, at
What?
The
least.
Saudi part of me doesn't come out.
Your genetics.
That's crazy.
Unless you
that's
do like around the ring, you know.
around
No,
the
you
ring.
with the middle.
Nah,
And then put like
Huh?
little pepper in the middle.
Little
You,
pepper.
you know what that,
it'll hold
you're an
it.
artist.
you know what that sounds like? That sounds like when the Mexican dads cook carne asadas outside, and like their love language is to have you try the meat before
Yeah.
they serve it.
Oh,
That feels like that. Like
wow.
the sauce, like getting the sauce for everybody feels like our version of
It's
like
hunting
the-
and gathering, bro.
Hunting,
Yeah.
yeah.
it's like
that's
like the
funny.
father providing for
That's
the
funny.
family. Oh my god.
Dang, I actually wanted to go back to what we were saying in relation to this earlier about fashion and how you were talking about like
Yeah.
like the machismo part of our culture, you know, that is definitely so part of it, and how like that comes with certain expectations, and like us, just in it by itself being like an artist, as a Latino artist, that already is like you're already like to some extent left field, like what do you mean you want to make music? What do you mean? Why are you painting your nail? Why, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
The
like,
nail part, bro, heavy on the nail part.
oh my,
Oh.
trust me, I know.
Oh.
But I'm curious, like, what's y'all's relationship been like with that? And, like, were there times where, I don't know if it was family members or parents or even friends that maybe told you something about that? Like the way you dressed or what you were pursuing, and how you dealt with that, or how you responded?
Funny enough, my parents never directly said anything. My parents aren't, well, my dad's changed a lot, but my parents aren't like, I've never been afraid to express myself around them.
Mm-hmm.
But when I did start, I got my earrings, and then I would just do black polish, but then I would randomly do little designs and stuff. When I started doing that, people around me were being weird.
Yeah.
Like in school, like no one directly made fun of me, but they'd be like, "Oh, like why did you do that?" And like, I feel like asking someone why they did something is like,
I did that.
it's like because I wanted to. Like, how do you
Yeah.
want me to answer that? But then when I started working, I was working at Lowe's, and this guy walks in and asks me, he's like, "Where's the plumbing aisle?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna be 14." And he's like, he looks at my nails, he's like, "Whoa." He's like, "Are you gay?" And I'm like,
Oh.
"What?"
I've never
And
seen
I'm
that
like,
before.
yeah, and
For
I'm like,
real, it's so-
I did it in my head. I was gonna be like, "No, are you?" Like,
Who's asking?
like I'm good. But I
What
was
can
like,
I do
no.
for you? Like,
I
Trying
was
to take me to
like,
dinner?
right? like,
yeah.
why are you interested in it? No, but I was like, no, and I was so confused because no one's ever just straight up
Why
asked
would
that, you know?
ask? I
Yeah,
mean,
people
I've
don't
done
have
that actually.
boundaries, man.
I've straight up asked people, but
like,
not
he
because
asked with
There's
disgust.
yeah, that's the
Disgust,
thing.
He had
yeah,
like
it's
disgust in his
It's one thing
voice.
to be like, yo, like, are we homies? Or it's another thing to be like, yo, what the heck?
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
different.
So he did that, and I was like, no. And he's like, but your nails. And I'm like, all right, yeah, so
But your
plumbing's going to
nails.
be on that aisle over there. Because I'm like, I didn't know, like, who you're into depends on what your nails look like, apparently, according to people, So, like, I got bothered by it for two reasons. One, just because I paint my nails doesn't mean you know who I am, And then two, he said it with disgust, like if being gay was a bad thing.
I mean,
I'm like,
could you
bro,
imagine
like,
if you were, and that
Right?
would have been such a dangerous
Yeah,
situation to be
exactly.
in, and
So-
very like, why would you do that?
yeah. And then like I got so many friends that are, and then I'm just like, the way his face was when he thought I was like, I can't imagine being them and like seeing that, but like that's actually who you are, like it was bad.
Yeah, I had a similar experience when I used to play soccer with these guys,
Mhm.
and they're all around my age, but
The teammates.
the teammates, man, and it's a masculine, hyper masculine environment, toxic masculine. I remember, I have my nails painted. I don't have them right now because I work in food, so they don't let me. But and I remember, I had a dude come out, young, like our age, and he's like, because I had just gone to Mexico actually, and he was like, oh, like, did you take off your nail polish when you went over there? Because he had nail polish,
Right.
and I was like, no. And he was like, you weren't worried that you're gonna like think you were gay? And I was like,
What?
why would I, like,
Who
No.
cares?
yeah, for real. And I maybe there's like a part of it that's like,
I guess like for
There-
safety.
yeah, for safety.
Yeah.
but I don't think that's what he was
Yeah,
implying.
nah,
And it's like,
it's-
what?
that like preconceived, like in your head, it's like, oh, I hope they don't think I'm gay. Like that's the way that they're approaching it versus like actually thinking like, oh, you might not be safe.
Yeah, no, for real.
Yeah, it's bad. But then also fashion wise though, aside from nails, I've just started getting into it. So I'm still catching up. Like I just started, looking at clothes that I want to wear, styles I want to do. Because it's stuff I want to actually fit me. Before that, it was just basic dressing all black with white shoes. Like that was my whole fit. And then I just have a bunch of graphic tees from like artists I like. But now, especially after we went to Teen Vogue a couple of days ago, and they had a whole fashion panel. I'm very much interested in that because I want to get into designing my own clothes. We're gonna get into clothing as well as Thera.
Yeah.
So that's my end. Of it.
It's super weird for me because as you all know, I'm non-binary and I'm
Yeah,
pansexual
Team
as well. Team Envy, Alex Infinity also. And it's like, dude, I grew up. I feel like I always knew. There's like an energy to you when like since a child I always knew, and then eventually like everybody started dressing up. Yeah, it's like you grow up and you're in high school and everybody's either like feminine or masculine. Like there's no like in between because you're kids. You don't know. Like you want to fit in and you want to
just know
avoid
what your
getting
parents
bullied.
give you.
You're not given any other option.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, like and like I knew, and when I came out to my mom, she was like, she didn't really understand it. I feel like she was more angry when I told her that I didn't know how I felt about being Catholic. Like I was like, I'm not Catholic. She was more bothered with that. But I told her like everything else. I'm pansexual. I was like, I told her in Spanish too, and I was like, soy pansexual, and she looked at the bread, bro, and she was so concerned. She was like, mija, like el pan, and I was like, no, and I was like, no. I was like, no, mom, I swear to you, I like,
Starts
I
hiding the
turned
bread
so red.
from you.
She was like, she grabs my thigh. She's like, mija, el pan, and I'm like, no, like, no, that's not what it was. Oh my god, oh my god, like.
Esconde el bolillo.
Oh my goodness.
No, I had to like explain to her like the whole thing, and it was hard for her to adjust. But in Latin America, for non-binary people, there's like a way to say it. Like it's
Like ella?
instead, yeah, ella, mije, and I taught her that,
Gente
and
Latin.
she
I had
she learned. And it's so funny because sometimes she'll call me her son, or sometimes she'll call me her daughter.
Interesting.
And she'll like go in between of that, and it's, I mean, it makes my heart warm because she wasn't like that in the beginning. She like was struggling to understand. She was like, oh, first of all, you're not Catholic. I'm like, that's the biggest thing. But then she was just slowly chill with it because I think she saw that I was like becoming more confident within myself. Like, this is who I am. You're not gonna stop me, and I'm becoming successful. So it's like, dude, like, there's really nothing she can say. Like, so she started accepting it, and it was super weird. My family from her side, because I grew up with mostly my mom. She's a single mom. So, like, her side of the family, again, Zacatecas, Mexico, like, there was always this fear of them like judging me. Like she would be like, oh, like dress like this, please. Like, you know, you never like, I just want to avoid like whatever. Eventually that went all out the window because then my family started saying that I was acting and doing all of this and actually successful, and, you know, they were just kind of more chill with it, and they don't even think about it. They're like, oh yeah, Vanessa. That's Vanessa. Like that's who they are, you know, and they're loving now.
I just feel like the world would be better if people stopped seeing people as are you a man or a woman and just saw people as you're a human being. Because like
the patriarchy we live in, man.
Yeah.
Like, the machismo, it's too deeply rooted at this point.
Yeah.
It's like it takes,
and it's taking over. Because for a good minute, you know, like things weren't perfect, but like it was the norm to be respectful, and now it feels like it's the norm to find like
to be
who to target. You know, it's and I like that you said like once your mom saw that you were, you know, being yourself more and like more happy with life, like with who you are, she settled into it. Because I feel like as a parent, I mean, I'm only 5 months into parenthood, but I feel like, you know, as my son grows, I just want to see him be him, you know, like love who he becomes. And like as parents, like I just feel like if your kid isn't doing anything that's gonna harm them or anything that's actively gonna, you know, end their life or ruin their reputation, you know, like if they're just being them, like why does it matter? Like it's crazy. It's a crazy concept to me that things that don't affect you get you mad like that.
It's nuts, and it's so interesting to me because I only feel truly seen and accepted by other artists. And it's crazy because I feel like my energy when I first meet people who aren't really like familiar with the LGBT community or being non-binary or trans or whatever, when they meet me, they just don't know like what to categorize me. Yeah. It's either oh my god, like they treat me like a man or they treat me like a woman despite like my energies. And it's kind of crazy because it's like the people who truly see me for who I am, they're typically the creative people who are able to like register that like I'm totally both, and like it just makes me feel like less inferior in that sense. I feel like it, you know, makes you feel inferior when you're categorized like that.
Exactly. It's the binaries. They try to put
It's
you
binary,
either you're A or B. It's like I'm C, dude. But you know, one thing I think about too with that is like a lot of times, especially like in our culture, in our communities, queerness and like everything that comes with it is often seen as like a white thing. You know, do you feel that way?
Yeah.
Like it's like, that's in gringos. You know, that's a white thing.
Yeah.
When it's like
you're Mexican, you can't be gay.
It's like, bro, you know, there's gay people in Latin America. Like,
it's in our culture, dude. You know, like transgender people and non-binary people, like in the Aztec and Mayan times, they were shamans.
Let them know.
They were.
Let them know.
They were shamans. They were deeply.
They were leaders.
Deeply spiritual. Respected. Yeah, they were respected. They were like, yeah, they were leaders. They were like super in tune with like spirituality, and I don't know about you because you're, you know, also non-binary, but I feel super spiritual and super receptive to energies, and I've always felt that way, and I never really understood why, but it's because I don't know if like the duality of masculine and feminine energy living inside of you, and I can't be with someone who like doesn't see that or be around people who don't see that.
That's funny. I feel like growing up I just assumed like, why isn't everyone like this?
Yeah,
like, wait a minute, no, you guys
dude.
don't think like this.
The thing is, like
black
it is
or white.
normal until people try to tell you that it's not.
That's true, because it's really the labels that we grow up.
Yeah.
Like, all of a sudden, you have to select a box. You know, it's not just like you're you. It's like no, you're either this or that, and it's like you all of a sudden, as you grow up, you get conditioned to like only see these two things.
It's nuts. I mean, I remember talking to Angel about it. I was like, Angel, like, how do you see me? And what did you say? You were like,
you're just a person, bro. Like,
yeah,
you're just a human being with.
I was like,
well,
like when I met you, like, what did you think? Like when I told you, like, I was non-binary, and he was like, no, dude, honestly, like, I don't see you as like one or the other. Like, you're just you.
Yeah, because I feel like it's also kind of crazy because when you look at, I have a lot of friends that are guys. I have a lot of friends that are girls. I have friends that are non-binary. It's like, I think I just look at them like as a friend because, you know, there's like a whole thing too about like I have friends that are girls that have literally told me like, you're like one of the few men that I feel safe around. And albeit some of them thought I was gay or bi when they first met me.
That's a compliment.
And no, and that's the thing. I'm like, oh, so I'm
like-
safe.
he's
Like,
like,
you know,
alright.
so
Show
you
I'm
think I'm safe.
sexy. Show I'm sexy.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
Does it happen to you, Daniel?
Dude,
It
I had
happens all the
I
time.
had someone tell me that. They were like, they were trying to insult me, and they were like, "Yeah, you know, I thought you were gay when I met you." And I was like,
Thank
I
you.
am.
Thank you. My
if I
fashion
was-
on fleek.
And if I was, you know,
I get like hate crime by the neighbor.
really,
that we live
You?
with.
that's
Yeah,
crazy.
that I live
That's
with.
so
Why?
crazy.
They always
Not
calling
even-
me the slur in Spanish. I can't
Huh?
say it.
No way.
Yeah, but
That's
like
crazy.
loud, like crazy, like
Where they
Come on,
live, yo?
I-
Let's pull up all these
Yeah.
people.
No,
We
literally.
got some strong
But-
words to share with them.
it's so
Daniel,
crazy.
Why?
Because like I'm very like it's in that same boat. It's like I can communicate well. I can listen well.
You have good energy.
I'm not just like.
Very good energy.
I think
yeah.
it's the line of like, I'm gonna be very honest. I think if you don't objectify a woman, it
You're
puts
not
you in
seen
that
as a man.
category.
That's it.
Absolutely,
Ooh,
absolutely.
You spinning right
Yeah.
now.
No,
Which is
literally,
like-
that's
No,
it.
it's-
Bro. Yeah.
And that's what happened. Like, well, you know, my partner Diosi, right? So like we were good friends for a long time, and I was like, I would listen to her, you know. But I'm always like I try to be sorry. Try to
Every
be-
time I was always dropping his
I
phone.
try to be a good ear to you know, like whoever is talking.
Yeah.
But Diosi liked that about me, that I listened to her, that we talked, we communicated well, that I was never like had like some ulterior motive to go to. You
Yeah.
know?
Right.
And like I think that like now she jokes around, she's like, I'm her gay boyfriend or whatever.
That's something my girl would say. Low key.
That's
that
funny.
is something she actively says. I think.
I think she
li-
does say
she's-
that,
She's
bro.
literally like.
It's
she's,
fine.
she's like, I'm not even saying, but she literally like says the same thing. It's
That's funny.
freaking hilarious.
No, but yeah, I think it's definitely that, because you know you're around like other guys, and then like you start sensing like their energy, and then it goes from like having normal conversations to like, damn, like the things I do to this girl, like you
Yeah,
know, and
Dude,
it's just
bad.
like very
no. It
goes
creepy
down
energy, and
south
you're just
so
like,
quick.
I am not a part of you, bro.
It used,
Like,
it used to happen to me a lot, like in 2023.
yeah,
Like I would just like, cause I would hang out around a lot of like, I had a lot of friends that were women,
Yeah.
so I was like around them a lot, and it would be like groups of them, like a crowd of them, and like one or two guys, right? And then when guys would come up to me and talk to me, like from whatever, like school, or like they just met them in like the music scene or whatever, they'd be like, "Oh, you're a dog, you're a pimp,"
Right,
all this
right.
stuff. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
dude, like,
Oh.
this is a
Oh.
big deal to you, and it was like I had to experience.
Y'all never
it.
been friends with
Right.
women before?
Y'all, know,
Right,
y'all,
right.
y'all don't
It's-
get any.
you ain't got a
Yeah,
mama, like what?
It's
That's crazy,
Yeah,
dude.
no, that's
It's-
real.
It's a real thing.
nuts because you know I present myself like I feel like I dress more masculine, if anything, or the way that I present myself with like how I dress is more masculine. But I've been in certain like jobs. I've been in certain situations where like I'm with dudes, and like once they realize that like it's like their first time meeting a non-binary person, and I'm not like one or the other. But then they categorize me in the dude. And then they get too comfortable, and they're like saying crazy stuff, and I'm like, yo, like
Things
Yeah,
that would land them
no.
in jail.
it is no, actually, like and
Jail.
like they would say they would feel comfortable enough to say that in front of me. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, like what? Like I respect women.
Can
Like,
Yeah.
I respect people. Like
You know what I think it is? I think, and this is another crazy hot take. I think guys, because of what I've, you know, growing up, I think guys really, like, for people who are in like the LGBT community, like they'll like perceive them as like hypersexual people.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I think that's the energy they approach them with. So like if you get comfortable around a guy like in that way, they'll be like, oh, I can do this. I can
Yeah.
quote unquote bro out around these people.
Yeah.
Either
But
that
it's
or
not like an appropriate thing.
or a gateway.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, oh, I got my friend that's, you know, non-binary. Like let's say there's a girl I want to get at, and I'm talking to you, and I'm like, yeah, I want her, I want to do this and that.
What do I do?
I feel
Put
like
me on.
I feel like they could put me on because
That's
they
so
make me look
crazy.
less intimidating,
Yeah.
because you know, and it's very manipulative and creepy.
Interesting.
I've
I've
seen it
fortunate.
happen.
I've been fortunate enough to not have that happen
Yeah.
because I feel like I typically surround myself with like good people. Like
Mhm.
I've surprisingly, despite my daddy issues, like the men in my life have actually been really positive. Like I feel like that's because of the positive men that I've had in my life. Like my masculinity is geared towards
A
like
healthy masculinity.
protecting.
Yeah.
Like my masculinity is more protective rather than performative, because I haven't been around performative men like that growing up. I'm very grateful.
And you can catch it like that once
can catch
once
it
you're
like
around
that.
like the good version of it. Like you see the performative, or you see the creeps, and you're like, I know what you are.
Like masculinity is supposed to be calm. Like you're supposed
Yeah.
to be like you know, it's just
Comforting,
comforting, calm, and peaceful,
Protecting.
protecting,
Not
and
not scary.
not scary, not like.
I want to
oh.
emphasize you said masculinity, because people would think it's like man and woman. Like,
No,
if you're man, you have to be this. If
masculinity.
you're
No,
woman, you have to
it's-
be. It's like no, we all
it's
have
energy.
masculine, we all have feminine, we all have that inside of each of us. Like it's not. If you're born with this, then you're this. If you're no,
Yeah.
that's not how it works.
No, it's not.
It's more like the traits you carry, not the organs you're born with, or like the.
Exactly.
It's crazy, dude. I have to look at some guys and I'm like, dude, like that's not a man. Like that's not a man. Like you don't do that. Like some
they be the
dudes,
ones
like,
that
they
go
treat
the
their
hardest
girls
talking about,
horribly.
Yeah.
Yes.
High value man.
High
This and that.
testosterone.
And then they're the ones
The red pill.
The
people,
most
like,
fragile
Yeah,
ego.
exactly. The most.
Fragile ego.
Well, we see what
yeah.
happened recently.
You know what's crazy is
Oh,
that
boy.
one of the first deep conversations that Alex and I had were about like being athletes in high school and like and like dealing with that masculinity, toxicity.
Because I know for me that was a big thing, because like I am non-binary, I'm a sensitive person, I've always been, but I also like I love playing sports, I'm an Aries.
Right,
I love
dude,
competing, I love
yeah.
that little part of it, but it's like
Wait, you and my son are the same sign?
yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
that's why I was like
Alex
that's
is
why I
your
pointed it out.
son.
I bet.
But that's where it's also like, even you can enjoy these things and that doesn't necessarily make you have to be this. And it's like, you like painting your nails, you like dressing a certain way. It doesn't necessarily mean, because you paint your nails you're non-binary. Because you play sports you have to be like masculine person. Like no, like it's for like it's just like these things are not limited to
whatever
like
you
what
like.
you identify as, things like that.
That's why I love Prince. Prince is the
Prince.
definition of
Yeah.
a whole man that can take your girl wearing the same heels as her. Like it's crazy.
It's energy, dude.
Yeah.
Energy.
Prince is dope, but low-key, I heard some pretty funny stories about how he's kind of like a mean person.
I've
Really?
heard that.
Oh,
I've heard
Yeah,
that.
he's really
He-
super
first-
arrogant. Super
he had
egotistical.
that attitude too.
But also, I heard like he also, because growing up being that big of a star, like
Yeah.
it can get to you. Like
Yeah.
I heard that he was kind of like a little off his rocker.
Yeah, you
I've heard that
get
he was
erratic.
like, I've heard people refer to him as like the first
Diva?
no, the first like non-binary transphobe
That's crazy.
That-
or something like that, dude.
wow. Well, he was a Jehovah's Witness towards the end of his life, so
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I know in his beliefs he probably. But no, he also surrounded himself with a lot of people that were in the community.
It's like,
I don't know.
I feel like he
You
would get
never
along
know.
with Jeffree Star.
You never know unless you like actually talk to that person.
It's wild. No, but you know what? Prince is dope. Prince is dope. Have you
Yeah,
seen the
that is
guitar
amazing,
solo
man.
they did with to My Guitar Gently Weeps?
Dude,
Yeah.
that solo lives in my head.
Yeah, I watched that probably like 300 times.
That's Prince is the reason I want to learn guitar. I really want to learn it so bad.
Dude,
I'll show you. I'll teach you. Right
we
now.
heard
Yeah,
we
let's do it.
heard
I'm down.
Alex we heard Alex play guitar yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Dude, you got a
I was
heavenly
floating.
hand.
Thank
You got a
thank
floating.
you.
Heavenly hand.
I'm not even like, I've only been doing it like 5 years, dude. I just started learning
Only
during the
5.
pandemic.
Every time I'm
So
like,
good.
every time I think I'm like, I'm a genius. I get in my, like, my little arrogant ego trip, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the greatest musician. I surround myself with people with people like Alex, and I'm like, whoa, I'm just a baby
No,
in this, bro. Like,
But
I
you
don't
have
know
to do that.
anything.
You have to, because I be feeling that. There's times where I'm
Yeah.
like, man, ain't nobody got nothing.
No, no.
And then you
it's-
get into a room with someone, you're like, wow, these people are so good, like so
Yeah.
much better. But you know what though? It's like I had to realize that you bring your own thing to it.
Definitely.
Like I
Right.
couldn't maneuver BandLab like you do. You know what I mean?
Brother, BandLab is like my freaking baby right now.
Like I've met people who like have been playing instruments their whole lives, and I remember I get in the studio with them, and I'm like, oh my god, like I don't even, do I belong
Dude,
here? Like,
yeah.
and then I see
I
them
get
working
that.
in Logic, and I'm like, oh, like you don't know how to use this like I do. Like my
Yeah.
workflow is I can move through this like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's
And it's like
beauty.
everyone has your own. You gotta just focus on what your strength. Obviously,
Yeah.
learn instruments, whatever. But like removing that
Know your
aspect of-
qualities.
No,
yeah, know
bro, I
your
was-
power as well.
Yeah.
I was like, I
your
didn't think
value.
I didn't think I could get any sexier, to be honest. I'm like, I think I have it all. And then I hear you play, and I'm like, I don't want it. I don't.
I
He,
need-
That's
he
I'm
has a
unlocked
missing
the last
piece. I need to. I have a guitar at home. I've been, I know a little bit. I that you were doing it. It's just
Thank
it's just
you.
beautiful.
That's cool,
Like
dude.
it's
That's
just a
fun.
beautiful thing to like a beautiful talent, and I'm envious a little bit. I'm gonna take you up on that offer. We gotta learn.
Yeah. It's a healthy envy.
It's
where
a healthy
like,
envy.
I want to be you. I'm not mad that you're you. I want to be you.
It's
you know?
like I'm in
Admiration.
awe. I'm in awe of
Yeah.
you.
Admiring.
And
Yes.
it's funny because
oh my God.
we've been talking so much about like, the people we surround ourselves with. We want to surround ourselves with people that we can both inspire and feel inspired by.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
All our life, we grew up around people that, you know, they're either content with where they are or they don't see much going for themselves. And if you're around that kind of energy, like
Dark energy. Yeah.
you become that person too, and then you don't have aspirations, you don't have goals. And I feel like once we let go of those relationships, things just start taking off from there, you know.
Oh yeah.
Felt
that yesterday for sure.
Yeah, that's why like people that they know like this whole situation I had in one of like the job that we had together, there was like a whole falling out and stuff, and a lot of people I considered friends and like, you know, like sisters and just people that I held close to my heart, you know, ended up trying to, you know, I'm not gonna get into it, but like ruining my
Right.
family, you know, like
Yeah.
trying to get in there, and I was just like, well, you have very evil energy that I cannot
It was
entertain.
just miscommunication, and you know it could have
Yeah.
been solved with a
Just
conversation.
talking,
it didn't
yeah,
need
like
to
adults,
get personal.
but
It
it was
a
handled
job.
like middle school
It
type
was.
of stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm grown, bro. I'm a dad. I'm not doing this.
I don't even touch that because I'm like I won't like
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we're getting to almost 9 o'clock, y'all. We've been
Oh,
talking
wow.
for
Oh,
almost
man.
an hour.
Oh, for
I
real?
want to keep going. I wish
I
we could just
did.
keep talking.
All
I
nighter,
could keep
bro.
talking to this for hours. But we do have a schedule, and I do want to make sure we play your song before we leave.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Do you guys have any? We still got a couple more minutes, but I don't know
Okay.
if you have any like last minute. You want to shout out anything or plug anything? Things you know how to get out for sure.
I'll let you go first.
Trying to think, dude. I don't think I got it.
Thera.Wrld.
Thera.Wrld. Oh, we got an open
Fallen.
casting. We got an open
Oh.
casting, y'all. We got a casting for Dia de los Muertos and the Midnight Veil, which is our Halloween casting.
Where can they find you guys at? What's the socials?
At Thera.Wrld, spelled with the A, the at symbol, THERA.WRLD. Yes,
Awesome.
right
And
there you go.
Angel, aka Fallen. Where can they find you at? Your music. Where can they listen?
I'm on all streaming services. That's Fallen. Fallen is spelled FXLLN. My Instagram _Fallen, same spelling, and then another underscore. Right now, my profile picture is the cover of my next album. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
And then sorry, I feel like I need to do my personal too.
Yeah, do it.
And then I'll give a
Let 'em know.
closing remark. At the Vanessa Melendez, spelled with one S. THEVANESAMELENDEZ. And for those of you who are delusional and need a universal sign, 555444. You didn't hear it from me. There you go.
Fire.
There
I don't
you
know what
go.
that means, but
Let
yeah.
them know.
Let them know.
Was that your closing
Closing
remarks?
remark. Yeah.
That's your
Hey, you
sign
never
off?
know. You never know who's listening, who needs a
Yeah.
universal
So
sign.
we're gonna go hit that
Um,
lottery real quick.
If you've been waiting for a sign to do that thing, this is
There
your
you
That
go.
sign.
was
This
it,
is your
yeah.
sign. 555444. Whatever that means to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll close off with, if you listen to my music, I appreciate you.
Give
You're
an
helping
angel
me feed
number.
my child. And yeah, do whatever you want to do in life if it benefits you and other people. Chase your dreams.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you to Voces Unidas, to Las Comadres, to KROJ 101.5 Radio Lean, to Daniel, my helper here, making
you,
sure I
Alex.
don't press no wrong buttons.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you to Diosi and the
Thank
whole
y'all.
team, True out there holding down the camera work. And yeah, let's get into this single, y'all. This is Lover by Fawn.
Love her.
Available everywhere now.